Got it.
Get
Oh,
it?
you got it.
Got
He did.
the
I thought
knack.
you yelled Matt.
I thought he did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were blaming him for the appearance of a fly.
No, I thought you were yelling Matt. Matt's here. Hey, welcome to Off Topic, episode number 201.
Yeah, 201. The
I'm your
aftermath.
host, Michael Jones. We got Jeremy Dooley.
Yo.
We got Matt Bray.
What's up?
We got Trevor Collins. Sponsoring this episode, Voodoo Ranger Felix Gray and Stitch Fix. We'll tell you all about that later.
Yeah.
And
baby.
Alfredo might sneak on. We don't know.
He's
Yeah,
slipping
who
into
We
HE.
don't know.
He's at
dude.
HE Butts right now getting some
Damn,
food.
dude.
Eat butts.
That's
Yeah.
It is what the B stands
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard eats butts.
for. Yep.
Yep. Howard E. Butts. William
butt.
M. Buttlicker.
The Buttmeister.
Mr. Butlicker.
God.
I will
How
pay
dare
you.
you.
I will pay you $1 million.
My family,
But you have to fire
my
that
family
man.
built this country.
you know.
At the top of the
Do
show,
it, Michael.
you know, we've instantly and already referenced The Office, and I
that what
wanted,
that was?
yeah, it might have been. It was good
Shockingly.
improv, actually.
Yeah.
I want to know how many people in the audience listening watch or watched like in the past tense.
In general,
The
or the
Office.
live audience right now watching?
Oh, just the audience in general.
'Cause they can
let us
answer
know in the
right
chat.
now.
They can tell. Yeah, they can tell me right now.
World
But
can answer
Yeah.
at their leisure.
Yes.
I'm curious because we quote it all the time, and a lot of times we get misattributed. We get credited for the funny
We're
commentary.
credited
Credited as The Office.
or hated.
Or hated.
Making no sense.
What a
Like,
terrible,
what are you talking about?
terrible argument you have.
Yeah.
Well,
What game you
I
got?
would argue the older people probably know a
Probably.
lot more. I mean, the
Sure.
show's
Probably.
15 years old now,
yeah,
so
That's ridiculous to
Yeah.
think about.
yeah.
Like, I remember
true.
watching
I would guess
the
people
finale.
our age or older are far more likely to watch The Office. I don't generally go back and watch shows that were out when I was like 5.
No,
Not usually.
oh, yeah, going back
they're-
watching some Rugrats.
they're like,
some, you know,
well, that's a
Go
child.
for it.
That's a
That's
child's
I feel
shit.
like
For
I feel
us.
like you watch Rugrats at 5.
you don't watch Seinfeld?
I feel like I
do watch
vomit
Seinfeld.
watching
That
Rugrats.
transcends-
Gotcha.
That transcends
Something about the
time.
art style of Rugrats now. If I look at it, I'm like,
The script.
It is
Oh,
a
I
little
can't do
weird.
that.
That's
That's
that-
silly.
well,
That's
I don't
good.
think that it's not the moving lines. I don't think
It's not. It's
Ed
not.
and Nenny
It's
does
not
that.
moving lines. Also,
Home
the
Movies
first
did
season.
that
The
too.
first season.
Home movies
Yeah.
was like
That
rough
season
with
2,
that.
they're like no more squiggles.
Yeah, I think Ed and Eddie had squiggle vision as well.
Eddie, as a child, always just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand what it was as a child, but I was like, he's a fucking grifter. He's like
He's the
just like-
shorter one, with the
Eddie.
rosacea.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
the schemer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm just like, it's funny in the context of the show, and you watch it as an adult, like, jawbreakers, but like, that kid's gonna grow up to be a piece of shit, like
Yeah.
con artists, just like
He's not
asshole.
gonna grow up to
Chasing
that. He
drugs.
already
Right,
was.
like it was funny because he's like, we're trying to get a quarter, but like he's gonna steal some like elderly seniors' money or something. He's gonna like loot their bank account. Like he's
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
The thing that was so weird to me is, you know, you had Eddie, Double D, and Ed, and like the inside of their mouths were all different colors. Did you ever notice that? Ed's tongue
I'm
is like
sure I
green.
did.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Eddie's is purple. They're all different, and so they all yell, and then it's like just this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is wrong with them?
Yeah, well, everything like in the '90s, all the cartoons had red, blue, and green as the main trio, like the Powerpuff Girls. That way, you found your favorite color. Those were the main 3, and like you identify, that's my guy or that's my girl. Right?
That's my
like,
puff.
That's my
That's the
favorite.
puff.
That's my
person.
puff.
That's my puff. Right?
Puff was Buttercup.
There was
also
another
Tommy
one.
Pickles because it's the same.
There was another
Actor.
like, for lack of a better term, there was like another slow Powerpuff Girl, wasn't there?
Are you
With
talking about
purple.
the Rowdy
There
Rough Boys?
was.
Oh, really?
No. They made
Slow.
like
They
they made
made
like a
one.
Frankenstein
Yeah.
one. 'Cause she was like giant.
Oh, yeah!
And she like couldn't
Shaven
talk,
head.
and
Yeah, I forget what her name
forget.
is.
Yeah.
It was a weird
Slow.
episode.
well, I think they were trying to make a sister, right? And then they made
Because they
that's
didn't have
what it
enough.
was.
Then they made
already
that.
had like 3.
You gotta wait till you're older to make a person.
It's got to be a professor. That's the whole thing. That's
in
how
order
you
to
do that.
accidentally do it.
Right.
That's how to make children in that universe.
Yeah, you just throw shit. into a
Cauldron.
pot. Yeah.
Some sugar, some spice, and everything nice.
What? Yeah. Well, never mind. Professors definitely try to make people all the time. I was just asking who was trying to make
Who's
people.
trying to make people?
Oh, lots of people, dude. It's
all robots.
It's a mad dash to
Yeah.
make people.
Yeah.
Now that had a cavalcade of weird villains too. Which
Oh,
I
it totally
loved in
did.
that show.
Yeah.
I mean, him alone
What was,
is
like, the
a nightmare.
Him was
Yeah.
like Satan, right?
Oh, that's who it was.
He
him.
was
Yeah.
Satan,
like a
Mixed
ballerina,
with
like
a crab.
he was like
Mixed
his
with a crab.
feet were like
Yeah.
tip tap
But they're
toe.
like heels.
he had
almost.
heels
Yeah.
and leggings
Yeah.
on, and
Mojo Jojo.
the puffy thing.
He was
Mojo
like,
Jojo.
he was like the main guy.
Yeah, the
Yep.
Gangrene Gang.
Oh, Jojo.
There was like Sedusa, who
There
was
was
just
Sedusa.
slutty Medusa.
Yeah.
Oh, then there was the rich bitch.
The rich bitch,
Princess.
princess. Yeah, Princess was there, and then there was some like, hey yo, we're amoebas or something.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Like, I
They were
forget.
Gangster germs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the ones that like no one gave a shit about.
Right,
you know?
no one cared about it. They're like, hey, we're gonna make you sick.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
I forget what they were doing.
I think I'd be at least freaked out by them. Like I wouldn't be like, yeah, no need to worry about them. I'd be like, get them the fuck out of here, kill them.
Get rid of these.
Yeah,
It's like squirt them with sanitizer.
Yeah.
They just like melt like slugs.
I think they've done like him as goals. Something around. him was very comfortable with who he was or she was or who they were.
they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it was so clear that they were trying to leave it, even though his name is
was
him.
Yeah.
But like, even his voice was like a female voice and a male voice.
It was like
layered.
two voices. Yeah,
Like
layered.
they was split
Yeah.
into different octaves. Which
Was
is
it just
very
two voice
weird.
actors kind of like
I don't know. I
perfectly
think it might have
synced?
been an effect.
I can't like conjure it up in my brain to relive those scenes, but I can just barely scrape up some images of what they look like.
Yeah.
Scraping the brain.
Scraping the brain barrel, just the bottom.
Brain bane.
But speaking of older shows, I'm finally. So I've watched The Office a million times. I've watched Parks and Rec a million times. I've finally started. So instead of going back, I've just finished Parks and Rec again. And so instead of going back to The Office, I started up the Community. I think that's 10 to 12 years old.
Community?
The community.
The Community. The Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
So I just started that. I think I'm like only
Joel
halfway
McHale?
through a season. What's that?
Joel McHale.
Is that the main guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, so good. It's like it's definitely that first season where you're starting to pick up. Okay,
It's a little bumpy.
it's establishing who these people are and what their like interpersonal like relationships are. But there's like tons of like classic episodes that I remember just like watching,
Right.
like the D&D one
The
or
D&D
like the
one's
zombie
so
one.
good.
Their Halloween episodes tend to be really good apparently. But so I'm basically like, okay, I know there's definitely some good ones down the line that a lot of people talk about. So I'm like slowly working my way through that show now.
It's also interesting now because like when that show came out, it was like, holy shit, Donald Glover's on the show. Post like YouTube.
Yeah.
What was his name? Derek Comedy.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, he made it. And now it's like, that's like baby Donald
Was
Glover.
that part of
Yeah.
Funny or Die?
I don't know.
Did he like? I don't. That was so long
Pooped
ago. I
his
didn't
pants?
know the organization of.
I don't know because I didn't find out. I didn't ever
Dropping
watch
that
Derek
out.
Comedy until like after Donald Glover already like blew
Yeah.
up. So I didn't watch that when it was on.
I think in
but-
like episode 3 or 4 or something of the first season, he was like, my celebrity lookalike is Donald Glover or something. Like he fully references himself in
does
the
he?
episode, which was really funny. But yeah, it's good so far.
It's
My
a
next
good
one
show.
is 30 Rock. I want to finish Community.
30 Rock's good.
Yeah, 30
I
Rock's
only-
good.
I watched
30
it
Rock.
one time.
Yeah?
I went through it once.
Jeff said he's watched that a
Never
handful of
rewatched it.
times.
It's really good.
It gets like it only just gets stronger and stronger.
It does.
Which is awesome.
Liz
But-
Lemon.
Yep. Dude, I also I wanted to start watching Community, but I just jumped over
The
that
Community.
one. Yeah, The Community.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
went for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I started that too.
That show's great. Like I've watched it I think twice already, just because it's so good.
What I really appreciate about those episodes is like I'm so used to now like Succession and Game of Thrones and Chernobyl, like all these HBO like epic but like dramas that are like crammed full of like tons of interpersonal relationships piled on top of each other and dramatic events happening all the time, and they're very complex and unfold over time, and they're hour long episodes, 10 episode seasons. It's nice to be able to go, oh, 20 minutes, like the episode's already over. So I just, in that time, you feel like you can knock out a bunch more, or you can stop and go do something else or watch something else. So
Yeah, it's also because
enables you to
it's not
bounce
so
around.
heavy of an ending. Like you gotta watch the next one, which those other shows are, where it's like this big cliffhanger from
Yeah.
episode to episode, where that's just episodic. That's the same thing with. Yeah, you just threw me off with the shark noise because I saw it. Schitt's Creek. Hey, it's Jack.
You need to sit in? I don't know. I mean, I was having a little combo with Jeffrey.
Jack. I was looking for you, man. You were.
Slid that one.
I could have, but you know what? I didn't know if you wanted my butt warm.
We don't share butt
That was
germs.
the thing with Schitt's Creek and.
Oh, you guys talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
We
Yeah.
just mentioned it. Letterkenny. They're both like
Haven't started
23
that.
minutes, you know? They're easy to watch. You watch one episode.
Always
It's
Sunny.
good. It's good to bounce in, bounce out.
Yeah.
Letterkenny is like I started that at a friend's house, and now I'm like I want to watch it so much, but I feel like I need to watch it with the group.
No, fuck that. I hate that.
I don't know.
I mean, it's awesome when you can do it, but then it just never works, and some asshole's like, I can't make it. And then you're like, I want to watch the show.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, and I've talked about this before, but like, I kind of appreciate, because we're such in like a binge culture now where everything just drops.
Yeah.
It is nice to have a couple weekly shows, because it's like, cool, we'll watch that when it comes out, and then that's it. I don't have to like sit at home and be like, I want to watch 14 episodes. You want to come over? Because it's just like, there's no way to like do that easily, you know. Where so many people I talk to are like, oh, I'm not watching it because this person's not here, or I'm waiting for this person to come back from, you know, being out of town or whatever. I'm just like, I just slug and I just absorb television.
Yeah.
You know?
It's Barbara and I have shows that we watch and share, and then like when I'm traveling or she's traveling, we have our other library of stuff that
Porn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those
You
porn
can watch
library,
your thing, she can watch her thing.
Right.
Get it
Different
all out.
fetishes, you know.
Right. It's
but
still
like
a public library.
right now, like we're on a strong little spree of like Succession on Sunday, Good Place on Wednesday, or and then Always Sunny on Thursday.
So far
I don't want to get
Good
those
Place.
two mixed up, but I think it's Wednesday and Thursday.
Sunny comes out on Wednesday. but
Okay,
it's
so then
Sunny
Good
watch.
Place I think is the day after then, or
NBC
before.
Thursday.
It's
That was Friends.
something I don't know.
South Park is also Wednesday.
But I don't have cable, so I don't watch it live anyway.
Yeah.
I watch it on an app or whatever.
Yeah.
But-
That's why one of the reasons I like wrestling so much. It's a
'Cause
weekly
it's always
show.
on, yeah.
Well, it's like a week-to-week thing.
Well, also,
Yeah.
you get more
It's
in
called, it's called a soap opera, is what that is.
It really is. No, it really is.
And when you get this more in wrestling than all the shows we mentioned, is also it's like,
There's a lot of like if you like this week alone, there's 4 televised wrestling shows, weekly ones, and there's a pay-per-view Sunday. So
And a fancy new camera.
5 shows.
See, they talked about the fancy new camera.
Camera 6, can you pan over to this camera, please?
look
That's
at
just
Jeremy look
Look,
at
see
it.
the light goes
For the
green when it's not in
visual-
use.
She's like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
For the visual listeners who
What does
watch
black
this,
mean?
I
we're
don't
gonna
know.
get a shot of that
They
camera
just-
on the
they
camera, please.
Shit that,
They
Jack.
just killed
They're like,
it.
it's free, it's not
Oh,
used.
they
turned
said
it
no.
off.
They said no.
Fredo, did I take your spot?
No.
I mean, there was no spot. It was whoever the hell shows up. Fredo,
Oh,
no.
Fredo.
Don't put
Pour water
water near
on
the
that.
camera. That was last week.
More than
Is
anything.
that what this is?
Yeah,
Are
more-
these scars from episode 200?
Scars.
Bad
What,
scars.
did
Yeah.
something
Likely
happen to the
is.
table? Did something heavy end up on the table?
You should have been here, dude.
I
Like,
did.
it's crazy.
I should have been. I
Mentally, you
was there for about the
should
first
have been here.
45 minutes,
It's
and then
weird. You were there and you kept saying, "I'm not drunk."
no. Okay, I will say.
I'm not drunk.
I kept saying like I don't feel as drunk as I should be, and then it hit, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
gone.
Yeah,
Like
it
it went from like
I feel like
it was like this ticking time bomb, and it went
Oh, it
from
certainly
it
was.
ramped from nothing to gone
So
like,
I feel like
that.
well, you also ramped up as
you
well.
definitely would have
Yeah.
gotten there anyway, but it was you just kept saying that, and that was when I was like, "All right, pour 6 shots," and then
Yeah.
3 people did a shot with you, so you were like, "Dude,
yeah, that was
and
I
then
think it was the end of the podcast.
right after that was not that.
Someone
far.
made that graph of like
Oh, you're talking about the beginning. Oh,
the
yeah.
shots, like
oh,
the time
yeah.
shots went, and like I love. You can see like Jack started early with a bunch, so like me and him were like going up together, and then I flatline, and Jack goes, and like he like
I
skyrockets.
spiked.
I'm
my
going
to
friend.
space.
I was pretty happy with my graph.
Yeah?
It was just like,
You had like 6 throughout the whole thing. Yeah.
oh, I had a lot more.
You had more. You
I
had
way
like
more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
I-
like as many as Jeremy.
I've seen differing
like
numbers.
that.
I've seen as
But
low.
it was like a staircase. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted.
I've seen as low as like I think I had 24 on one, and I've seen like 31 on one.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where
They
exactly it
were
falls.
definitely
in.
not full shots though.
And then
no,
we
no,
should-
those smaller shots.
they
We
were
should
small.
clarify
Just
that.
to downplay the like someone going, "I'm gonna do 30."
Yeah,
Don't do
please.
that.
Don't.
They were
Don't.
in
do that.
like
Don't.
these little plastic cups, so
Yeah.
they're a bit smaller.
It was
Know your limits.
yeah. I mean, also yeah, exactly. Like we knew like I knew like Katie ended up showing up. Like I thought Kat was gonna pick me up, or I was gonna ride home with Jeremy and Kat, which
And
is
then
probably a
she
good
looked
thing.
at you and was like, "No."
Yeah. I don't remember leaving this building. I just my
Some say you never left.
steps of
Say
memory.
he's still here somewhere.
My steps of memory go from I remember spinning around on the table, which if you don't have a first membership, that's worth it alone. Spinning around on the table, and then it goes dark,
It's definitely.
and then
Yeah.
I remember I was hugging the toilet, throwing up.
Yep.
Good
was at
position.
home, I
at
imagine?
home.
one
At
that
home. I
came
didn't throw
back,
up here. Katie said she was terrified I was going to throw up in the car, though, which
Yeah.
I didn't. I was good about that.
That's good.
But then I was hugging the toilet, throwing up at home, and then it goes dark again, and then I was on my bed where my feet normally are, and just in my boxers with no
normally
sheets
are.
on the bed. Just it was just a
where do you put your
completely
feet?
pulled out bed.
Where do you
So-
know where you put your feet?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I was saying backwards. I don't know the easiest way to say it. You know where your feet go. Like I'm laying where I shouldn't be.
Like the ground.
Where
And
do you
then-
think Jeremy was when he got home?
Tub!
In the tub.
Again, like, it's like science.
Face to the faucet.
We were
No, I was not nearly drunk
I
enough
was
to be
talking
faucet
to you.
end.
I was talking to you
Jeremy.
about the tub on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, get
You,
that
like,
tub
warm up the
ready.
tub,
Get that
yeah.
tub ready, Jeremy.
Warm up the tub!
It's funny that you were thinking that far ahead because I'll be honest. When we got the off-topic spindle or the off-topic thing with the Lazy Susan, immediately was like, I'm going on that. Like at some point, I'm going on that at some point. We're bringing it on the podcast. I'm gonna end up on it. Like initially, I'd planned to like sit on it and spin around, and then I was in no condition to try anything like that.
Yeah, so if you didn't
So-
watch the post show, Jack laid on it like a boogie
Yeah.
board. Like his belly, and
I
he was
planked
flying
on it,
around
and
the
then
table.
Lindsay and Trevor, was it you spun me around?
I'm standing there just like this,
Michael just.
with my hands in my hair, and Jack's just going wee like Superman.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
It's just like
I was-
everything on the table is getting knocked on the floor.
I
Yeah.
was near you, but I don't know if I helped.
Okay, no, there was two people. It was Lindsay and someone. I don't know. I don't know.
Fiona might have been there. Steffi
She
posted
might.
Yeah, I
a
wasn't.
TikTok from
Yeah.
this angle,
Yeah.
and you just see Michael and I over there just going,
And that was the end of last call, which we got up to 169 on the podcast, the shots, and we got up to over 200. I think.
We got over to
last
200,
call.
but I was watching them try to just like lie to us, and they were just cranking up the
Yeah.
number.
Apparently
and I had to
Gavin
tell them
was-
to lower it. Yeah, he was faking shots.
Yeah, Gavin was
He would
faking
go,
it. Oh, little shit.
yeah, and I'm just like, I'm watching the number, and I watch it go up, and no one's taking shots, and I was like, hey, put that back down.
Oh my god!
Look at that picture.
"Oh, it's Gavin and Lindsay."
If it,
I was
if it
kidding,
just
it's
said
not Gavin, yeah.
wasted over top of it, that would be perfect. Yeah.
I do like my fat is spilling out onto the Lazy Susan. That works out well.
What's up?
So. That was
that's
the
the
thumbnail for
thumbnail.
last call.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I don't know where that water on my back came
Lindsay.
from.
The water came from,
Yeah.
they started bringing us water to
Oh,
not die.
okay.
And I was like, delicious.
Yeah, I
and
was
then Lindsay
sipping on it.
immediately took one and dumped it on you.
Oh, really?
And you were like,
Okay.
ah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
You
so that's where the
enjoyed
water
it.
came from.
Don't
She was trying to cool you off.
That being said, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No.
We had enough people around that I knew I was safe, and still don't do that.
We're
Don't do that.
vaguely professionals.
That's Jack.
Wow.
Oh my god,
Yeah, I do not remember
that looks like a
at
shot
all.
from Extra Life. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's
where
very-
that.
I mean, that's
belongs.
what everyone was
Yeah, a lot of people
describing.
compared to Extra
Yeah.
Life.
It was
Yes.
very extra lifey.
I will be-
Awesome audio podcast.
Yeah, oh,
For
absolutely.
Sure, for sure.
I'll be honest. I don't drink during Extra Life because I have to
Well,
be
yeah,
on
you
top
got
of
a
things.
million things
So
to
if
do.
if I'm ever gonna drink, it was like during spring
So it's Extra
break
Jack.
or yeah, so something where it's like I know this is
And
a chance to get.
it was
stupid.
like, because you were saying it, I don't know if it was earlier that day or the day before, but you were like, that spring break was 2 years ago. Like, you were
Yeah.
talking about that the
Yeah.
day over the day before, and I
Yeah.
feel like you made up for it.
the one in the one we had in the pool, not the one by the ocean.
So the very
Yeah.
first one. Yeah.
yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
When you tackled me
forgot
into
to
the
cook.
pool.
You forgot to cook.
You're like,
when
you were like, get your phone out of your pocket. Put your phone down. I want to tackle you in the pool. I'm
ready.
like, all right.
And Trevor's like, hang on.
Jack was in like
I was literally doing work. I was like,
linebacker,
It was
like
also-
ready.
It was also broad daylight.
Yeah.
It was like 4 o'clock.
yeah.
And Jack was
Well, because I showed up late. Like you guys all got there the night
Writhing
before,
around.
and I got there like the morning of for some reason, and I just started, and it was just like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go. And then Greg Miller.
And then you went.
Yeah, I went.
what do you know?
But I did the thing there that what I did at the house after this one, where I get drunk, I pass out, and then I wake up and I'm like, all right, I'm done, I'm fine. Like I woke up in the middle of the night at Beverly Hills, and I was like, oh wow, what happened? Like it was
After
just
the
like,
podcast,
I
I woke up in Beverly Hills.
how did I get here?
naked.
I got on a plane.
My feet were on the wrong side of the bed.
But no, that's it's like the weird thing. It's it's like my body just shuts down and then it does a hard reset. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, you're back. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like a bear, you recovered. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hibernated.
Yeah.
But like you woke up and you like in Beverly Hills
Yeah.
for the reunion, your hair was like all over the
disheveled.
place. It was awesome, but you're like, hello. Like, you're like your face like was wearing a little bit of the tiredness and a little
Yeah,
bit of the
yeah.
hangover, but like you were like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. It's
was-
the
it
weirdest
was
thing.
awesome.
It's the weirdest thing where it's just like, all right, I'm gone. I pass out and then all right, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back. It's like,
That was the worst thing about last week to me was because we were drinking like in the early afternoon. I was like really hungover at like 8. I was just like, oh, like I had the worst headache. Like laying there, like I think it was more like it was like 10 o'clock.
By
I
the
was really
pool?
trying to go to sleep. I was just laying. I was not in the bathroom anymore at this point, like in the tub. I was just like laying in my bed going, ah, like I wanted to watch Futurama, but like my head hurt so much I couldn't listen to anything.
Yeah.
That's when you get that too headache when your head's on a pillow and you hear like your heartbeat in your head.
Oh,
It's like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I
yeah.
was getting
like,
that. because like when
you
I'm
do that, and
hungover,
the ceiling starts slowly rotating.
Stop. Just hold your heart.
just stop.
that's when I sleep in the tub.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
stuff is spinning, that's when I get in the tub because the shower distracts me from
Yeah.
the spinach
It's
until
nice.
it goes away.
The water kind of falls over your head and distracts you. It gives that
Yeah.
white noise, but also it's warm.
I've told people it's the exact same reason that you don't feel drunk when you're in a pool. If you're in a pool and you're
yeah.
drinking, you
Pool
feel-
drunk is
and then you
dangerous.
get out of
Yeah.
the pool and you're like,
Like
holy
gravity
shit.
waves,
Yeah,
like it's
that's
like 2
also
times
because
gravity.
you don't do any work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
standing. You're just like, I'm
Something
great.
about
And then-
water on you makes you go, I'm fine.
dude,
Yeah.
dude, the perfect
because you're floating.
The
Yeah.
perfect like kind of comparison to that is, to me anyway, when I went scuba diving, because
Yeah.
that shit is so heavy. Like it
It's
weighs a ton. Like you
insanely
put it all
heavy.
on, you get the tanks and everything, and like you're hot as fuck. You're like you're like melting before you get in the water, and then you're just like trying to get in the water, and then it's awesome. Like it all goes away, and you're like, whoa, you know, you're going underwater, you're diving, and then you come out, and you're like,
You climb back in
"Ah!" like the second you get out, it's like 1,000 pounds just got attached
Like you
to
see people getting out of the when you're diving, you see people getting out of the water like, you know, very carefully, one at a time. There's someone at the top like helping them up and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And you watch it and you're like, you know, what are they doing? Like, come on,
Yeah.
let's go, let's go.
What are you
Yeah, and then
doing?
you go to get up and you're like, I remember. It's like, it's just like,
The second you're like chest is out,
Yeah.
it's awful.
I'd just
I
be
hate
like,
it.
just crane me out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
that's exactly
Oh,
it.
just get me. Just crane me out. Hook me.
No, I just dropped the shit in the water. I don't even
Oh, yeah.
not to mention
Recycle that
and the whole
into
the
thing
ocean.
you have
They'll
on
get
you.
it.
Do you remember how much weight you had on you? Or
No, they strapped some shit, so I sank. You know, like
Cat
They
always
want
has
to
a
keep you
difficult
neutrally
time.
buoyant, right?
Yeah, well, you have to sink. That's the main thing is like, because you have all this crap on you.
Yeah.
Not to mention a big tank full of air.
Yeah.
So like, you have to have enough weight on you that when you let the air out of your vest, you go down. But yeah, it needs to be also a certain amount that you can get yourself buoyant and level out, like where you want to be, and then you just go up and down based on how much air you have in your lungs.
Yeah.
You just blow all your air out, you go
Right.
down, you suck in a bunch of air, you go up.
Yeah.
And like, so the weight is very specific on that, and it changes based on like a ton of things. Like I lost a lot of weight, and so my weight changed of what I needed, because I think that actually I was easier to sink. Like when I had more fat on me, I like floated a little bit more.
Sure.
Yeah. Fat
And-
floats and muscle sinks.
So like that had to change out when we wear wetsuits. If we have a wetsuit on, that makes you float more, so you need more weight and blah blah blah. So basically, we just had the guy last time we went diving just followed kind of behind Cat because Cat was on shore, and he just carried more weight with him because he's really good at diving, so he had extra weight. And like at one point, she was like floating too much, and he just like cruised up to her and like took a weight out and just like put it in her like in her pocket. He's like.
a reverse muscle.
She just went down.
That's what they warn you about at the airport.
Yeah.
Did you pack your bags? Like somebody came up to me and slipped some shit in.
It's just a bunch of weights.
It was super fast. I couldn't even
This
stop.
will bring down the plane. It's just a bunch of weights in there.
You open your bag in the middle, you see the weight. Oh no, I've doomed us all.
So yeah, somebody slipped a dumbbell in your bag.
I wondered why it suddenly weighed 50 pounds more.
But it's really cool. Kat and I downloaded a thing. It's called Dive Mate, but like that, we go to that, and I can see like what my weight is because you put in every single dive you do in there, how deep you were, what the conditions were like, how much weight you had on you, what
Are you
were wearing.
reviewing yourself, or what are those stars?
Yeah,
This is how I thought the dive went.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, literally like we
Today was below average.
pretty much. Yeah,
Well, I farted 1 star.
I gave a bunch in.
5 stars.
It depends.
I gave some in Australia like 3 stars and stuff because it kicked our ass because the currents beat
You
the
fart
shit
and
out of
start
us,
to
yeah.
sink.
Yeah.
You let out air.
Yeah. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. Remember the beer that we voted on way back before RTX? Well, Hop Avenger is finally here. It's the latest installment in Voodoo Ranger's rotating IPA series and clocks in at 7.7% alcohol by volume. The beer is hazy and has a tropical aroma and a powerful pineapple punch. Just try it yourself. I am currently enjoying the classic Juicifer right here. Delicious beer. Goes great with everything. We're all fans of it here at Achievement Hunter. Recommend you try it yourself. If you're 21 and over, Juicy Haze and Imperial are still some of our favorites and available year-round. Check out @Voodoo Ranger on Instagram to keep up to date with the new beers and events. Voodoo Ranger, I suck it down. Stop farting!
Help, I need less weight.
Don't eat White Castle and then go diving.
Oof.
Just be stuck at the bottom. Hey, I'm stuck!
just leave me.
Just fill over there. I'm maxed. I got over there. Stop farting, please.
White Castle. White Castle is one of those things that like. I don't know. It's so regional. Like I'm sure. Yeah, you love White Castle. I've had it once, and it was like the worst thing I've ever had in my life. Which I just
Look at Michael agree.
yeah. No, but I just like I had it like we actually did a thing. There was a scavenger hunt road rally here in Austin. The Alamo Draft House put it on, where it was Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
I've heard of it.
It was awesome, and they did like it was like they give you an audio CD, like all right, start on track 13, and it was Harold going like, all right, first you got to find this, and then it was like a scavenger hunt throughout all of Austin, and it ended at a theater or at like an outdoor theater where they showed Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, and they had like a White Castle built there, and that's where I had it, and it was so bad. It was so bad.
No.
I've never had White Castle.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
I've never had it.
They're around you.
I've been.
They're kind of around.
And more than here.
Like to get to a White Castle from my hometown, it was like you had to drive like over an hour, I think, to get.
So you go to
my friends did it, and I was like,
That's
nope.
true.
Jeremy's gonna drive an hour and a half down on the border.
Yeah, I do that, but I mean,
That's
it's not
It
White
is
Castle.
wild.
That is
It is
wild.
wild.
But I'll say
But
it's
it's
like
on the border, and you live in Austin. There's like a million places that are probably like 10 minutes away that are the same thing.
You could
or better.
make your own chips and dips and be better
Can't
off.
It's like
something
there's some
about-
chips. Like they're surrounding
The
you.
I don't give a shit about the chips.
What are you getting?
It's their salsa is so
I'm
specifically
sure you can
good.
order it.
I mean, no,
Yeah,
we've tried.
on the border.
I mean, we've tried. We want to order it really bad. They sell
say,
stuff
can
in
You just
jars.
get, like,
That's
yeah,
not.
can you just get like
Go there
but
and say-
go there and fill your own jar?
Yes.
Well, that's what we do.
Just
We
bring-
go and we come home with 4 quarts.
just bring like a Camelback and just like start filling it up with like.
And we come home with 4 quarts, and that's
back
usually
again.
gone in like a week
I'm
and
sure
a half.
they come in like
Jesus.
5-gallon or like a gallon cans.
They're not giving them up.
Then they crank
Why
them
would
up.
they give
and
him the 5 gallon? He's not going to drive back.
because they sell them in. They sell salsa in jars
Yeah.
for on the border brand, but it's not.
It's not the same.
It's not. And like, because the thing is, I used to work in one. And so every morning
So you
they
should know how to
come
make
in
it.
and they make. Well, I wasn't a chef.
Sorry, someone said is White Castle like Whataburger?
No,
no,
absolutely
not at all.
Absolutely not.
No,
Not at
White
all.
Castle
Way, shape,
is
or
like,
form.
Whataburger's
Tiny baby
delicious.
sliders.
there's small
like
sliders with very
Crystal.
thin.
Yeah, it's like
Like
Crystal.
printed
Yeah.
burgers.
And they're
Crystal is the knockoff White
it's like
Castle.
onion
Yeah.
is like their flavor. Like they're like a
There's
little
like a
onion
million
burgers.
diced onions.
Yeah.
Now, I remember back in the day when I was a kid,
Now, onion rings
for a
are
while,
onion.
Burger King made like this thing where it was 3 little mini burgers. That like, I thought like that was like White Castle.
the Burger Prince.
But it was like 3 burgers. It was like one you would tear them apart like bread and then eat them, and they were so tasty. And I was like, oh, maybe that's what White Castle's like. No, it was not. It was White Castle was not.
You're.
I mean, to me, I'm sure to some
Right.
people
Also,
they love it.
when you go to a place one time, you don't know. It could be that place. We don't
true.
know.
True. Yeah.
Someone could have
I've been-
spat in that burger.
I've been to many places of the same variety. I've been to some real awful McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
dislike McDonald's, but yeah, it's also absolutely a taste thing. The other thing too is like where I grew up is like it was much like Taco Bell. It's like White Castle's gonna shit your brains out. I don't have that problem. My body
Yeah.
is immune to that. I can ingest the trash and I turn it into just clean air.
Right.
You know, some people.
I would argue
It's a fresh
clean.
scent.
No, it's clean. Some
You're
people,
efficient.
some people's like, oh, I love White Castle, but like I'm on the bowl for like forever.
on the bowl.
Dude, White Castle 100% is
Yeah, it'll clear your
because it's not
insides.
like it's just like shit farts. you
Yeah.
know? Where it's not like it's just like that's the best way to describe it. It's like super airy, you know? That's what
you
they
mean,
mean. I don't
yeah.
know how they do it, but that's
It's like
guaranteed.
shitting moose.
I don't have that problem. Some people are like, I want to eat it, but I don't want to deal with it. And
The
I'm just
only-
like, nom, 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 nom.
There's like
Yeah.
there hasn't really been a fast food thing that's done that to me. The only thing that's come close is a very specific item from Whataburger. If you get the patty melt,
I got that yesterday.
Yeah.
if I eat that patty melt, I'm ruined.
That's
that
so
night.
good.
Something about that specific
so
thing.
good and so
it's
bad
so
for you.
delicious, and yeah, it's like a 9,000 calories.
Yeah.
And you
What
eat it,
I-
and you're just like, like for the rest of the night. I'm like, why?
What I love about White Castle is I get it every time I go home because there's one like obviously there's a bunch in Jersey. There's one
Yeah.
not far from my brother's house. Is where I usually stay. Nowhere else can you go to a burger restaurant and order a suitcase of cheeseburgers. It's the Crave case, 30 burgers packed into a case that's got a fucking handle, and you're like, just going to
Crave
work,
case.
and you walk out with a fucking
Got my lunch.
Christ.
you open it up every single time I ever go. Usually, like, I'll go for the holidays, so, like, my whole family's there, and usually, like, my brother and I go, and it'll always be like, and we'll take orders before we get there, like, who wants this, who wants that? My nephews want, like, the chicken rings and this and that, and it'll be like, you know, 12 burgers total, 14 burgers or whatever, and it's like, okay, so it's like, they want this, so we get, like, 14 burgers, and we'll get there, and I'll go, I might as well get a case, right? Might as well get a case of 30. And he's like, oh, I'll eat 5 later tonight. It's something satisfying. Like, how many did you eat? 7? I had 7 tiny cheeseburgers. I always get the case. And I'm like, pleasure doing business with you, sir. Walk out.
Do they have clickers?
You get a crave. They don't have clickers. It's just cardboard. You get a crave case, and they're large for sides. They're called sacks. So like, let me get a crave case and a sack of onion rings.
A sack of
Like,
onion
here you go,
rings.
you fat piece of
Yeah.
shit.
I'll take a burlap sack of potatoes.
I love it, dude. I love it.
I really want to see it like an official deal too. Like you have a briefcase too, open it up. There's like 2 20s in there.
Yeah.
I would.
That one, I'll take this.
The
one.
only place that I've been to that I feel like could describe their side as a sack is Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Now that's
With
a
fries.
sack.
That's a sack of fries.
That's a
Now,
meal
there's
in
a
a
cup in
sack.
there that should have the
Yeah.
fries.
Yeah.
But they
It
just go
catches
like,
the
all right,
bottom.
there's the cup.
No, what they do.
I was like, you
is
ordered
they
a
have-
small fry, that'll be 2 pounds of French fries.
I watched
Okay.
them because there was one at Purdue, and I'd go there all the time. So they put up all the cups, all the different sizes. They're all pre-filled.
Yeah.
And then they put the cup in the bag, and then they look both ways, and they have like a little metal,
ways.
yeah, they have a metal tin, and they scoop like just a little. Whatever the tin is, they scoop that and then throw that in the bag and then give you the whole thing. And then
Yeah.
the bottom's all greasy. Like, you gotta hold it so it doesn't bottom out.
Dude,
like
fi-
Home Alone style.
I will say,
Bought a lot
That's a
of potatoes.
sack of.
Five Guys burgers are
chicken
fucking delicious.
Yeah, they are.
So good. Their fries are okay.
Their fries are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
No, they're okay.
No, I agree.
I mean,
No,
they're pretty good.
They're
They're not
fine.
amazing.
They're not
Yeah,
amazing.
good, but
They're not
The
amazing.
burgers are fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And then I've seen a lot of people in chat talking about In-N-Out. If like we have P. Terry's here in Austin, and P. Terry's to me is light years better than In-N-Out. It's the same basic
think they're
idea.
very close.
It's pretty good, but I do prefer P. Terry's. It was something about the flavor of the meat, and it does have
There's
that
so much
oniony
seasoning.
taste,
Yeah.
They use so much seasoning.
which is
on
just
their
like a
burgers.
personal, thing.
Yeah.
I like
But,
their fries better at
But I
P.
had,
Terry's,
you know, I had
too.
the
I
chicken
do that
burger.
bag.
They're
In-N-Out
great
does,
fries.
in my opinion, I
Want some
don't. In-N-Out does
cheeseburgers?
not have good
Put it in a
fries.
fucking suitcase. Right.
In-N-Out, yeah.
They
In-N-Out,
don't
yeah.
have great.
Look at like those
anything.
crave
That's
teas.
awesome.
Crave case.
That's great.
Broadcast. Can you look up crave case?
Actually,
throw that on the
Let's get that up on the board
we're
there.
gonna get a crave case next week, right? Like we're gonna order a crave case. Like that's gonna be the lunch that we get. We're gonna, like on one of
There's
these.
no In-N-Out. There's no White Castle in Austin. That's the whole
Why do you
point.
think I eat them in New Jersey? They're only
Yeah.
on the East Coast.
Let's find out where the
That's
nearest
why I'm
White
blown
Castle
away.
is. Oh,
that-
yeah.
So many times I'll go to Lindsay and she's like, "Oh, what do you want to do for dinner?" I'm like, "Feeling White Castle." She's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah."
Okay.
It's like 5 hours away.
That's
or something.
like Sunday. It's like, oh, it's Sunday. Oh yeah, it's Chick-fil-A day. Fuck, it's Sunday. Like you always
Uber
want
eat.
Chick-fil-A on fucking Sunday.
I'm gonna Uber eat in from Dallas some White Castle.
White Castle.
I don't know if it's in Dallas this year. Why am I gonna search Google Maps
you have-
for White
you have them
Castle?
I
Frozen.
just did that.
No
They're not as
results.
good.
They're not as good.
I mean,
That's a bad
they're okay.
sign.
It's a solid okay. The frozen White Castle.
I've had White Castle a countable number of times. One at an establishment because my
Because
friend
you're
back
held
in like
accountable.
elementary school was like, that was like, oh, I love White Castle. I was like, sure. I went and I was like,
Find a
this is
castle.
okay. Like it was super mediocre. My family never went. What?
What the fuck is that?
I don't know what's going
Jack's looking at his
Jack
phone.
is looking at. I'm going to read it.
Okay, go
Jack's
for it.
looking at a bunch of burger places. There's one called Jew Boy Burgers.
It literally is a
Eric
place.
just said he's been there.
Eric's like, okay,
That's
you
it.
Jew Boy?
It's
Is it
in
good?
Austin
How's
apparently.
it spelled?
Jewboy. Jew Boy
Like
Burgers.
a Jew and a boy.
Witty. It says
words?
One word.
The subtitle is Witty Mexican Jewish Fusion Burger Truck. What the
It's pretty good. It's a food truck in Austin.
Wow, that's odd that they would have that on the soundboard of all things.
Food trucks are good as shit, dude.
I'm just looking for a
they
White
are.
Castle. It looks like the nearest one might be in Arkansas.
Gordo's is so fucking.
Not that near.
Nope.
Oh, look at that
make
crave
the drive.
case. Although it's open.
That is a crave
So you know what you're
palate,
looking
dude.
at is the yellow have cheese and the
Oh,
blue
Missouri. Sorry,
just
Missouri.
hamburgers, which is a fucking act
I got-
against
yeah,
God.
I'm-
Yeah.
Who the fuck eats a hamburger?
I like the yin and the yang happening here.
Yeah,
on this.
that's nonsense.
That looks
is
like
what
a
it
crave
is.
palate.
Can we get like a closed
might be
case
that one.
just to see
It
the
might be the closest one.
aesthetic?
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
because it says crave case on the outside, and honestly, I want the aesthetic
Yeah,
of a
you can see them
business
all. There's
person
like the
walking
line.
down the street, going, down
Yeah,
Wall Street
like
with a
with
crave case.
What are you doing?
That's just a discount
He's
briefcase.
putting voodoo into a
being
Diet
Barney.
Coke.
Oh, he's being
Oh,
burned.
is that how you're doing the thing?
He's gonna throw some
Where's
tips in the tip
where's
jar.
my money?
Yeah, you gotta throw a tip
Where's
in
my
the
money?
tip jar. No.
Also,
well,
gain
that's
some
not the
weight.
tip. Tip jar's here.
He is the worst.
There you go.
You're the worst Bernie I've ever
Worst
seen.
burn.
So I will
Bernie was
say,
pretty
Jeff's
bad.
stealing money.
I
That's what he's
think-
doing.
What's up?
if we wanted to get White Castle, I think the
Is
closest
that American?
one.
What money is that? Sorry, Jeff.
Is where?
Bye,
I
Jeff.
think the
Bye, Jeff.
closest
Love you.
Don't acknowledge him.
Have a good
You don't
weekend, Jeff.
acknowledge Bernie. He doesn't get it anymore.
He does.
No, fuck that man.
He does.
It's close, but I think the closest one is on the Missouri Illinois
I thought that was
border.
already in there. He just took it out and put it back in.
Oh.
Jeff,
boys.
You've
I love
had
you.
the White Castle, yeah?
Trevor, how you doing, buddy?
White Castle? You've eaten White Castle?
Dude, I lived in New Jersey for
Thoughts?
2 years. White Castle. I got thoughts about White Castle.
Oh, here we go. Jeff Ramsey, White Castle.
Your
Right.
crave case.
Here's the deal with White Castle.
Here's the deal.
hear it.
What's the deal with White Castle?
If you are from the Northeast or the East Coast and you've only ever had White Castle's fucking great. However, if you're from the southern states and you've had Crystal Burger and White Castle, then you know that White Castle is a piece of shit substitute for Crystal Burger.
Interesting. I've never had.
Oh,
What if you have
do they have a
I've never had White Castle.
Do they have
But
a
I had Crystal.
I'm gonna tell you the big difference.
Okay.
Do they have a suitcase?
a crystal case.
I don't know.
They should.
I've never
Here's
had
the-
a suitcase of Crystal. No.
Here's the deal.
What's the deal?
White Castle, you get big ass breads, right? The thinnest piece of meat ever.
Half an ounce.
That's why you eat
Okay.
eight of them.
Steamed meat, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Boiled.
then some little diced onions, delicious.
A lot of diced onions.
Then a sliver of cheese.
Uh-huh.
Then
Pickles.
pickles
Ketchup.
and ketchup, and that's it. Now I'm a ketchup man. However, there's something about the putting of those ingredients together where ketchup doesn't work for me. Crystal, exact same setup. Oh, I can smell the beer from my dumb joke.
You did it.
The difference with Crystal is it's pretty much identical, except instead of ketchup, they use mustard.
Oh, mustard.
And I'm not a big mustard
Mustard
man,
is superior.
but mustard in a steamed environment like that, it just comes alive.
It comes
does.
alive.
You know what? The
environment.
next time I
Maybe-
get White Castle, I'm going to ask for that.
See if they have mustard at White
I
Castle.
bet it's in
They
the
might figure it
establishment.
out.
If it's in the building and you can substitute ketchup for mustard, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it probably will taste identical
Oh my
to a
God.
Crystal Burger, and it'll fucking change your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, now, I agree with you. What I have is I was born there. I had the White Castle. I've come here. I've had the other burgers and the Whataburger.
It's
But now I have the nostalgia connected to White Castle. So I
Yes.
got to eat it when I go home.
Yes. I do the same thing.
How
with-
many burgers are in a case?
30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, Crystal doesn't have that. Most you
Yeah.
can get is 12.
Someone.
And look at this line. It looks
Someone-
like Crystal is almost the exact distance away as in Arkansas
really? They
as
coexist,
White
Jack.
Castle
You can't
is in
have one
Missouri.
without the other.
Wait, let's race. You go to one and you go to the other.
Like
You
the
get a
shitty
second-
cannonball
there you go.
round.
Never mind, never mind.
Hang on, Jeremy.
Well, you get combos called sackfuls.
Uh-oh.
They love the sacks. They love the sacks on the show.
In the 24 pack.
Also, I don't know what the what other accoutrements that White Castle has because I haven't frequented
They
it in a
got
long
the
time.
chicken. They got the cheeseburgers, the onion rings, and the chicken rings. I don't know if anything else exists.
That's a pack.
Crystal has baby corn dogs,
What?
which are like little, they're called corn pups, and they're just like tiny little corn dogs.
That's
I don't think they
They're
like
like the
that.
crystal, like what?
'Cause that's
it's like
southern.
the shrunken down
That's
version
why.
of the hamburger.
That's
They
more
have
of a
the shrunken
southern
down corn dog, and then they have chili corn pups. So chili corn dogs. So they have little baby chili corn, like baby little chili hot dogs.
Why would you have regular?
So-
You've got chili.
I totally agree with that.
On a quick Google, looks like the nearest Crystal to us is on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. So I
that crystal.
it's 116 Bourbon Street.
In the car.
I just
Jason
went to that
Crystal.
crystal like less than a year ago, actually, when I was in New Orleans.
That could have been a Seven Wonderings, Jeff.
Also, I based this
wonder-
on nothing but a person
that
in the
is-
chat,
that
so I
doesn't
cannot
good, yeah.
speak for the validity of this comment. But they
does
say
not,
that
no.
White Castle is the oldest fast food chain in the U.S.
Really?
That's according to this one person.
And Pelican says Sack Race 2020, I love.
Dude,
Sack race.
there's nothing
That's
about
funny.
just eating food out of a sack.
Sack
Omen, hey Omen, if you're listening, can you sponsor that?
Sponsor the Sack
Please.
Race.
Please.
If you're gonna
The
eat a
sack off.
sack of crystal, which I recommend you do.
Sack of
Nah, you're a crystal man, right?
I mean, I've had it.
That sounds like something out of Breaking
like-
Bad.
I know why you're a crystal man.
Okay, you like it or
I
not.
recommend you keep that sack closed tightly because as the heat escapes, so does the flavor.
Yeah, 100%.
That is
That's
amazing.
true.
tight
It's
sack.
amazing for the
Suck
first
it down.
6 minutes. And so like the first 4 you eat are awesome. The next 3 are good, and the remaining ones you could build a house with.
I will say what you will of the quality on the burger, whether you like it or not, but as the tiny little sliders, they are more reheatable than any cheeseburger ever created.
Oh, 100%.
You can't take a fucking McDonald's burger or Whataburger or anything else and put it in the microwave
It's
8
because they're
hours
steamed.
later. It just goes to shit and it's crap. White Castle, pop it in for 20 seconds. That's a brand new burger.
To be
I'll
fair,
leave
can
it
you
alone.
call that a burger?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a slider.
Whatever, it's a slider.
Whatever.
But
See,
if you-
where I'm from, the word slider didn't exist. I had never heard slider.
If I said, "Can I get a
tiny
burger?" and they handed me that, I'd be like, "Okay, this is 2 bites. So where's my burger?"
I mean, that's just a
baby
tiny
is still a human. It's just a baby. It's a
we don't-
small
yeah,
human.
it's just a
I
tiny
used to
cheese.
call
but what
Millie
do
a
you,
slider
but what do you
because
call
of
a
the cover.
baby a person?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you-
I would
I
call
wouldn't
it
say
an adult.
that.
I would call it a person.
You are right though.
I don't know
That's
if
not
you
a
was.
person.
Questioning the
I don't know if
validity
you
of
was.
validity.
There's no burger equivalent of person
I
because
get-
there's nothing that encompasses burgers and
Troyer.
sliders
So are we
that
putting,
isn't the
are we
word
putting
burger.
ketchup or mustard on this
Right.
person?
Weird design.
I get
The human slider.
He is a human slider.
To me, a cheeseburger
I
is
thought that was Jerry
bun,
O'Connell.
meat, and cheese. A cheeseburger is a bun, meat, and cheese to me. It has nothing to do with
Rest in
size.
peace, of course.
Jerry O'Connell's alive.
I get what you're saying.
When a hamburger is this big, you don't call it something else. You just call it a big ass
Yeah, it's a
hamburger.
big-ass
It's a
fucking
comically
cheeseburger.
large hamburger.
Yeah.
Thanks. So you are outstaying your Bernie. Just so you know.
Yeah, what
I don't
the
want
fuck
to
is
chase
wrong
you
with
off, but you're doing a
I didn't
terrible
want- I
job.
don't-
Overstage.
Has anyone been to the Heart Attack Grill?
Is that Vegas?
One day in
Vegas?
the sky.
There's a place in Vegas called the Heart Attack Grill. It's on the old part of Vegas where you can. These cameras are moving all over the place.
They're trying to trick you. It's a new thing. Dude.
They have a.
Look at this new shot. That's a new shot.
It's called the Heart Attack Grill. They have a scale outside of it.
Oh my God.
If you weigh, I think over 350 or maybe 450, you eat for free.
I think it's 3.
Holy shit.
Is that what your game plan's been all this
Oh,
time?
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
like that this place is challenging you to live.
Yeah,
And they'll
inside they
for it.
have like
I'm on it.
they have burgers, they have milkshakes, and I think they actually will bring you cigarettes. Like they'll literally
Jesus
bring
Christ.
you cigarettes.
Heart
in-
Attack Burger, their slogan is "We dare you."
Yeah, and but multiple people have had heart attacks in the restaurant. Michael's lost it.
It's like where they hang up you like.
They put a memorial,
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
Instead of the people
They,
that
like,
ate
they
the
hang
hot
the
thing
chair.
or ate 100 of the thing or the 40-ounce steak, there's just an in memoriam.
Died here.
Look at those Wikipedia
Oh
sections.
my god, damn,
History, illness, and death. Oh my god.
Theme and menu on Wikipedia. Theme and menu, history, illnesses and deaths,
And reception.
Thumbs
up.
I am going
This
to fuck
burger
off.
has
I have
cyanide
to
in
welcome
it.
Jack. You and I are going to Vegas in December.
Oh yeah, we're doing that. 100%. We can go
Oh my
there.
god.
Start packing
Love
up
you,
the
Jeff.
balloons now.
Thank you.
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Felix Gray. You may not realize it, but the average American blasts their eyes with bright screens for 11 hours every single day. When you consider how much of our day revolves around our phones, monitors, tablets, screens everywhere, then it doesn't seem so crazy. The fact is, we can't eliminate extensive screen time from our lives, but you can protect your eyes from it with a pair of Felix Gray blue light filtering glasses available in both non-prescription and prescription. The majority of Americans live with tired or dry eyes, blurry vision, or headaches caused by screens. If this sounds familiar, Felix Gray glasses are for you. Felix Gray glasses filter out 90% of high-energy blue light and eliminate 99% of the glare coming from your daily barrage of screens. Unlike other blue light filtering glasses, Felix Gray uses proprietary blue light technology embedded into the lenses, as opposed to a cheap coating that can easily chip or scratch over time. I like Felix Gray. They look good. They work great. Now with my super laser eyes, I can actually wear them as much as I want. They're super comfortable. They look good. I'm happy. Don't go another day looking at screens without the help of some Felix Grays. Go to felixgrayglasses.com/offtopic for free shipping and 30 days of risk-free returns or exchanges. That's Felix Gray, FELIXGRAY, glasses.com/offtopic, felixgrayglasses.com/offtopic.
The restaurant spokesman, Blair River, who was 575 pounds, died on March 1st, 2011,
Of what?
age 29.
Oh.
29?
How much did he weigh?
575.
575.
That's quarter ton right there. Is what you.
God.
Dude.
Customer
That's
suffered
an
what was
elevator
reported
weight
to be an apparent heart attack while eating a triple bypass burger.
That's
at the
right. Triple
restaurant.
bypass is the name of the burger. that's like the super tall one.
It's because it undoes the triple
Yeah.
bypass you already had.
The milkshake's called stints.
punches
You got to
through
drink
it.
some of them. Oh, I got to get a stint in my heart. Chug it down. Not really.
Reportedly, patrons thought it was a stunt and started taking photos.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
He's
When
like-
the slogan is like fucking load up and eat for free.
Oh.
Hey, what size soda do you want? Catheter? Pump it directly
On
into my
April
penis.
21st, 2012, a woman fell unconscious while eating a double bypass burger, drinking alcohol, and smoking.
America!
Fuck fuck I want to go there.
America. Jack wants to go there and die there.
Yeah, that's
You
where I
go
want to
there,
die.
it's like,
What's your retirement
I'd like a
plan?
number 3 and a grave plot.
And then, of course, rest in peace to all the people. But
They got a grill, they got a crematorium. This puts you right in.
In February
You become
2013,
part of
an
the food.
unofficial spokesman,
what does that mean? He's just some guy.
an unofficial spokesman and daily patron, 52-year-old John Allman, died of an apparent heart attack while waiting in a bus stop in front of the restaurant.
No, that's not inside. I mean,
My
come on now.
God.
It's like Disney. Like, no one dies here. Just roll them out to the street and they call them dead.
Terrible tragedy. The man lost his
So
life.
it is
But
a
you think when he was having a heart attack, he was trying to make it to the restaurant. You're like, come on!
Clawing his way back.
One more. Just one more.
The establishment is a hospital-themed restaurant. Waitresses, known as nurses, take orders called prescriptions from the customers/patients.
Jesus Christ.
I love this.
Each patient dons a hospital gown and wristband before ordering, and those who do not finish their meal receive a paddling by one of the nurses.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Paddling.
People show up and they go, I'm sick and I need my medicine.
It's,
I want there to
it's
be
like heaven.
They need to invent a new burger that's like they just inject lard into it and then MSG and anything legal they can put on.
lunch gun I was
and they'll
working
pull-
with?
They call it the assisted suicide.
I'm so glad you guys hadn't heard this.
No.
This is an amazing
I need to
place.
read this sentence now.
Yeah, okay.
It includes single, double, triple, quadruple, and all the way up to octuple bypass burgers ranging from 8 to 32 ounces of beef,
Trevor's face.
up to 8,000 calories.
That's 2 pounds of meat.
All you can eat flatliner fries cooked in pure lard.
Trevor looks scared.
It serves beer and tequila, buttermilk,
Tequila's
butter
awesome.
fat milkshakes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god!
Butterfat milkshakes. They also just serve
You're hurting my heart.
They also just serve
Butter-
butterfat.
Customers can also order cigarettes or candy cigarettes for children.
Oh, candy cigarettes for the
good.
kids.
Customers
Yeah, I
over
grew up on
350
those.
pounds in weight eat for free if
How
they
much was
weigh in
it?
with the nerd. 350.
There was 350. Okay. And they've literally got a scale outside.
How do
the
they, let me
restaurant.
ask you this. How do they make money in America? It's like,
I mean, people have died there. I mean, clearly they're going to shut it down, right?
Insurance.
oh, that's true. Oh my God, you get a repeat customer and they're like, it's free, but you have to sign this. You make money when you go.
One of the restaurant's promotions is a reward for customers who finish a triple or quadruple bypass burger, after which they are placed on a wheelchair and wheeled out to their vehicle by their personal
Jesus
nurse.
Christ.
It's not like they gave a
Jesus. Somebody.
They ended the
How is that
walking they had to
possible?
do
Like,
later.
how is any of that legal? Because it probably existed 100 years ago.
Do they theme the bathrooms
no,
like a
but-
birthing ward? So you go in
was
there,
this
put your,
created?
Yeah,
put your
when
legs
was
up
it-
on
when it
stirrups and
opened?
take
Let's
a
see when it
dump.
opens.
Just like
History.
Somebody
If
asked.
you can
Somebody
take
asked.
the dump, they'll take you.
If
like,
you
a
had
bus
to
stop.
guess when the Heart Attack Grill was founded, when do you think?
I'm going to say it's going to be the age of decadence. I'm going to say like the late 90s.
Late
Decadence.
90s.
I'm going to say like 98, 99.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't celebrated much longer than that. I'd say 80s. I can't
80s?
say
Wow, all right.
Yeah,
I just want to mix it up, you know?
I mean, that would be probably a better guess than
71.
71.
You know what? I'm gonna
Early.
push it. I'm gonna say earlier than that. I'm later than that. I'm gonna say 2007.
2007. Okay.
That's when
No,
we.
I don't
That's
think
when we, as
2007.
like a country, I think, have been able to surpass 350 and still live.
Well, I think well, it's that.
New
It's,
medicine.
it's that. It's
Somewhere
also
there,
people
like
like
86.
oh fuck you. I can be fat if I want to be fat. It's like in your face. I'm gonna do it. And I think that like because before it was like no one would want to do that. Now it's like I'm
if
gonna
you
do it.
actually, if
It was a good change. It's 2005.
Oh,
There you go.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
See? There you go.
I
That's
would've
probably
thought it
too.
was
If
newer.
you burp in their face while you order, you get 20% off.
They fucking kiss you.
Yeah. Somebody was a while back now, but somebody asked in the chat.
1880s.
Somebody in the chat asked, "Are the nurses trained?" They're trained in food delivery.
No. If you ask for a diet soda, they just eat.
Yeah, they kick you out. They just give you an IV bag full of ketchup. There you go. Yeah, we
it's
gotta do.
the same color as
We gotta
the
do
blood,
a
right?
company trip to Heart Attack Grill.
No, I don't
We
even
see how
wanna
many of us
go.
make it
Yeah,
back. Jeremy's got to go in the right phase.
yeah.
You go
No,
one time,
it's-
he won't eat anything. You go another time, he'll eat everything.
It's more the principle thing
No.
of it. Like
Give a shit.
listen, I've done the thing with Gavin where I ate that Boss Burger. Like I don't give a shit about that. It's more the principle of how much they're like, yeah, be fat, die.
They're catering.
That's the
they're-
subtitle of the restaurant.
They're
Yeah.
catering
Heart
to,
Attack Grill, beat that die.
like, they're a demand. They're a supply because there's a
Heart
demand.
Attack Grill, die.
You know what I mean? Motherfuckers are going there daily, okay?
Chad, are you
Maybe it's
going
true.
there? Would you go there?
Jackie's from Vegas. So is she around? We can ask her if she's been there before. Or she lived in Vegas. I don't know.
I'm gonna guess
I want to
no.
go. I
Is this
think
not a franchise? Is it like just
I think
I'm
it's
pretty
I
sure
guess
one.
Jackie has not been.
My guess, probably not.
Heart
She
attack
probably
grill.
like, you went way
They
enough.
shun people like her there.
Can I get lettuce on my burger? You need to get out.
I mean, I've been there.
Can I get a lettuce wrap?
I've been to
Yeah,
places that had like
that.
items on menus called heart attacks. I've been to a couple of places.
Yeah.
like that. They're like heart attack sub, heart attack. It's like usually has like
Those people are-
mozzarella sticks and
This
stuff
place
on it.
hates those people.
Yeah,
they're like, oh well, I got one fucking item. Why did you come to the establishment?
Yeah.
We'll tear you apart. If someone dies there, do you think they chop them up and use them for the?
They become the next
they become
burger.
the next
Oh damn, dude! Oh, Phil's
Do you
amazing.
think they have like a button on their table, like, oh, have an heart attack?
They should.
A little light starts flashing.
It's just-
like a broken fucking slot machine.
It's a
like-
flight attendee button.
There's also
So
like
that's,
very.
that's like their version of like a birthday song. Like
Yeah.
everyone runs over. Oh!
They come out with sparklers. We got another one, you guys.
There's a fierce struggle in the chat over two groups of people that want to go and stay away from this place.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be there. I want to protest in front of there. It's kind
basically.
of one or the
These
other.
are two people who will never agree.
I will spend the rest of my life trying to shut this place down. That's a good question. Do they have a vegan option?
Oh man,
We don't know.
I'm gonna say no.
They say it's vegan, and then they bring it out, and it's just a sweating, juicy burger. Just like it's just a normal.
It's just
And like,
It's
and now
just
the
a
restaurant
calf.
will watch you eat
Yeah.
this.
It's just an actual just calf that's dead on a
Do
plate.
they live stream? Do they have like a security camera that's live streaming 24/7 inside, so we can watch
God.
the
Watch the
goings on?
people.
Let's find their website.
Yeah,
Let's-
you
okay.
dig
That's
into that.
that like makes me think of any of these restaurants that have like these food challenges of like eat this and you and usually it's like eat this and you get it for free. It's like hate yourself and you save $18 on
Right.
Sure,
the
it's
thing
like
you didn't have to
basically
order.
Eat this puke afterward, and
But
then
it's
you got a free
like-
meal, sort of.
The area is called Neonopolis. That's the new area off Fremont. It's Fremont is the name of the place. All right, I'm trying to find the actual website for
Well,
it. I'm trying to Facebook. And
Jack, I was looking at kind of food challenges in Texas and stuff like this.
there's videos.
Do you think you could do this? I don't think that I could. But in Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo.
Is that how I pronounce that? Whatever. They have a challenge to eat a 72-ounce steak.
Oh,
Is that T-bone? That huge guy?
probably
That's like
not.
this thick?
That's 4 pounds. Is that right? 16, 32? No, it's
64?
more than 4, but like 4.5 pounds.
It's almost 5 tons. Yeah.
Oh,
That's ginormous.
probably
Hill
not.
did it.
Oh, they have karaoke at the Heart Attack Grill.
I was born for that.
Yeah, that would be great.
What are you gonna sing?
Karaoke.
I mean, we can't sing an actual song.
Oh shit!
so
I
we
almost
can't-
went into
Make
it.
one up, dude.
I almost went into
Well,
fat poker face.
One up.
Yeah, I was gonna just sing a song.
No, I would have gotten censored.
Yeah, so I'm looking at their. They have press right now. I'm looking through it.
Everything's
a car
fine,
just slid
Eric.
to a
Don't
stop
worry
over
about
there.
it.
I don't know if that got picked up in the mics at all, but like a tire squeal.
If
Yeah, as Eric skidded around the corner.
that was Eric actually doing the opening to Axel F from Beverly Hills Cop. So you have to mute that, all right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes. I see Denise is in the chat. She's signing.
Yeah,
She's signing Denise.
look at these. They have like
what she
thumbnails.
does.
Look at this
what she
imagery.
does.
There's a nurse riding a cigarette.
That one's got a great rack.
And
What
then
are
that
you
one's
referring
climbing. This one here is
It's a drawing.
It's a drawing.
It's
like
a drawing.
Yeah, but that's fine. Let me.
This
let me
is
just
bad
one out.
radio.
Let me let Michael suss it out.
Science,
Bad
you know?
radio and
That's a
bad
good
television.
drawing.
That's a good
No
drawing.
one can
That-
see.
If you saw the drawing, you'd know why I said such a
Then
thing.
we've got a one with
Is that what the
Twinkies.
octuple
Yeah,
looks
riding
like?
Twinkies.
There's a nurse climbing an octuple burger.
That's
One,
what it
two,
looks
three.
like.
Yep, that's octuple.
Yep, that's an octuple. What? That's a thing?
There's that does not look appealing. I thought it
No,
would be
that
more
really doesn't
appealing.
look that good.
That looks like it's like the cheese isn't melted or anything. It's just like
We were eating a hate sandwich. It's only gonna look so
Now,
good.
that's
right?
this guy looks like if you don't finish it,
The
he will
burger's
murder
bigger
you.
than him. Look at him.
Look up and put up a picture of the
Is that a
octuple
real
bypass
doctor, or is
burger.
that just an angry?
Oh, there
man?
you go. That seems about right. There you go. We got.
There
The doctor
he is.
experimenting on you to eat the burger.
Maybe.
yeah.
God.
Fuck, I love Vegas.
Maybe we'll theme an episode here, and we'll all just make our own octuple bypasses, and then we'll just all come in as nurses and doctors and eat it and die on the process.
It's a thought.
I was like, where's this
We
one
all
gonna
just
end?
die.
So,
Eat it and die.
we've been talking about doing future like AH Lives and stuff, and one of the places I've wanted to do an AH Live forever is Las Vegas, and I keep getting pushback like, oh, no one would go to a show in Vegas. If we go, I'll make a deal right now. If we can do a show in Vegas,
Free
and you
bypass
guys buy
burgers.
tickets, I will go and we can have a meetup with a Heart Attack Grill, and whoever wants to go can go, and it'll be
And
awesome.
if you die, Jack claims liability
That's
personally.
true,
He
100%.
gets the free coupon that I'm sure comes with it.
Yeah, sorry, there we
That
go.
one's mine.
Okay, so that's a
We're sorry
real.
for your
That's one
loss,
from
but here's
within
a
the
burger.
restaurants.
The problem is just like
That's,
all
there
that
it is.
that's we
cheese.
made that. That's the Monster Mac. There's no way to eat it. You gotta eat it from the side.
Yeah, you gotta chop it up.
Take it apart.
It's
right?
just like
Yeah.
that's the problem with like a stacked burger. It's just right. You must disassemble
Bubble
it.
bass. Love that. Yo, pickle.
You push the limit of a burger that is a burger that could be consumed. I wasn't there, but when you guys went to, was it Chili's?
The Boss Burger.
Boss Burger, because it's like
I had
you can
to
barely
go
shove
snake
in
on
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, just unhinge your jaw a
Yeah.
little bit. But after that, you just have to take it apart to eat it. And that takes away from it a little bit.
That burger was not nearly as rough as I thought it would be to eat. Like
You got it down.
I got it
You're a
down. But
professional.
it's tall because they put so much stuff on. The burger itself is kind of small, but it had like brisket on there, bacon
Jesus
on there,
Nice.
ham on there. Like
Stab said it's 20,000 calories.
no, I thought it was
Oh.
20. No, it said it ranged to 8,000.
Their Facebook says 20,000 calories.
Nice. That's a week's worth of calories in
Hey, you don't
one
eat for a
burger.
week.
That's 10
That's
days.
well over
That's
a week.
10 days.
Someone in chat said, "Imagine the smell of that place," and that just like set me off.
The smell of death
the
and lard.
food, yeah. The walking corpse.
Humanity.
Or whatever.
There's no humanity there.
My
Yo,
God.
these are pre-corpses, okay?
Yeah.
They're not humans.
Somebody's in the back just looking at me.
Corpses.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I mean, we're all pre-corpses.
We're all pre-corpses.
They're just a bit closer.
Oh man. So anyway, I want to do Age Live in Vegas. So make sure to email Eric Duncan and tell him we're going to go to Vegas.
No, honestly, like, let us know in the comments or tweet us. Like, we want to know how many of you are out there.
And if you,
Yeah, yeah.
if you say you're going to go legally, you have to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
legally.
That's true.
Or we'll sue
We've
you.
got chat.
Yeah.
We're logging chat right now. If you say you would do it, we are going to go ahead and just attach a ticket to your profile.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then when they're available,
We'll
it'll
bill
charge
you.
you automatically.
We'll find that
That's
credit
not
card. We'll
true.
snake it out.
That's not actually true. We can't do that yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So-
Give it a week.
Give it a year.
Dude,
A week. That's quick.
Dude,
Matt,
I'm giving
that
them
quick.
I'm giving
Split
them
the
high
diff.
goals.
6 months.
we can do a Vegas show. I could be dressed up like Elvis the whole time. Be fat
you're
Elvis.
gonna-
Do that anyway.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
but that
cool.
would actually make sense. I could sing "Love Me Tender," and then we could eat a fucking giant burger. It'd be awesome.
Good times.
Do Achieve 100 Live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Listen,
That's next on our list.
all 5 of you, I'd love
Would
to
your
do
family
it.
Yeah.
come?
I'd love to do it. No, I took them up, my parents up to Chicago.
I'm just saying, we'll bring it to them.
That Chicago
Yeah,
show
that's a
was
bold-
awesome, dude.
that's
That
a
theater
bold
was so
maneuver to
fucking
make.
cool. Dude, I think like doing the Dolby Theater in LA and doing that run of 3 we did was Dolby Theater in LA, Chicago Theater in Chicago, and the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York, which the Ruby Cat or the Ruby Crew just did that yesterday, which is awesome. Those 3 shows were so awesome.
They didn't do AH Live.
They did not do Age Live. They did a panel.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
boy.
sat in a chair and answered questions.
It's going.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. Seattle, New Orleans, Boston,
Listen,
Detroit.
Yeah.
we would love to hit every major city. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
it's only
Trevor announced every major city in the United States.
Yeah.
we're doing the 50-state tour. One city a day.
Juneau. What's up, Alaska? It's like
No, 'cause we
his
get-
one polar bear like.
No, we'd go to Juneau, and the
Not
people in
even
Anchorage would
human.
complain that we didn't go to Anchorage.
Polar bear.
And also, if we're doing Alaska, we might as well pop over to Russia.
That's
at
true.
the
I
same
mean,
time.
they're-
While we're there,
While we're there.
While we're there,
Just
we'll
a
just
quick
hit them
trip.
all up.
Just a quick swim.
Oh my God.
Hit up every
Yeah.
country once a week. We won't make videos for years.
That's okay. We'll reach everyone eventually. Our site will be dead and our channels will be gone.
No one
By the
knows
end
who
of
we are.
It's called the Dead End Tour.
Yeah. It's just Alfredo. That's it. That's all the
And
channels.
we,
Just
and then we
Alfredo
end in
crying.
Vegas.
So we finish in Vegas.
Yeah, and then we have the heart attack.
That's the last show.
We do the tour. We leave Alfredo at the Heart Attack Grill.
There
and
you
then
go.
we come back and see what he looks like.
I mean, it's like we start Fredo's young. We start Alfredo's young Elvis, and by the end of it, he's fat Elvis. That'll be fantastic. I like it. I like it.
Roll him onto the Vegas show.
Damn, dude.
No, it's like Bender at the end of that.
Fat Bender.
Someone said Age Live in Austin. We've done 3 Age Lives in Austin. Or I guess we've done 2 Let's Play Lives and 1 Age Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are asking about stuff. We are looking to do more Achieve Hunter Lives. We love doing them. It's a lot of fun. We're looking at some locations now, but nothing to announce or anything. But we want to do more. I personally, it's one of my favorite things to do. I love performing to a live crowd. That's why I love RTX. I love people. Like playing to a crowd is so much different than playing to like each other. Like I love making you guys laugh, but like when we can make 3,000 people laugh.
When you laugh, I get pissed.
Yeah. Like, dang it.
I make a joke like, shut up!
Quiet.
Don't sit down.
Don't sit down. New season of Sunny started?
Yeah. Yep.
Age farewell tour. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah, basically.
The longest goodbye.
If we do another tour, it should just be called the farewell tour.
Yeah.
no matter
Every
what.
single time.
And then we have a reunion tour and then another farewell tour. They just flop back and
Man,
forth.
what are you doing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh
Let
shit.
the man live.
Get the counter going.
One
Glasses
bypass at
haven't
a
been
time.
Do we even need that murder water?
I don't
No,
think
this
so.
is shit. This
So
is the
that,
one that you
that
like.
was we just brought those over. We
To be
got
fair,
them on
Matt,
Alwu, right?
they're probably not filthy. I would say that there might be
A rinse would be
like
good.
Yeah, a
Sprayed
rinse.
a bunch of shit.
A
in there.
rinse would be nice.
Oh, okay.
They probably got factory dust.
Or
Which,
just slosh around the alcohol.
brought those
Little
over.
bit of
Did we get them on Alwu? I don't even think I was on that Alwu that you guys opened that.
it was last week's recorded.
I think it was
album?
2 weeks ago.
No, I think it was 2 weeks because I was
They've
in
been on the
last
couch.
week.
Yeah,
I've been on the couch for a while. I've been meaning to bring them over for a while.
Yeah, I finally got them all out of the box because I cleaned up the whole room this week. It looks fantastic, if I do say so myself. I put the glasses on the couch. I discovered that if it's here on the set, that it actually came with
decanter.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, there it is.
There's a bit of that pop noise when you pull it off.
That was in there. That was snuck underneath.
I think it's a little loose for it.
And I come to the couch.
That was a plastic. That was
whole thing shattered.
Jack, you're too strong, dude.
But while cleaning up, I noticed that these were all sitting on the couch, just naked glass next to a bowling ball.
I got them out of there.
Well,
I was like, okay, I need to separate. I just rolled the bowling ball
You just
away.
described mousetrap. There was a diving board somewhere.
I was standing there with the bowling ball going, this is possibly the most dangerous thing in the room.
Yes.
I was like, we need to decide what to do with this.
Did we get rid of it? Or do we still have it?
I think
We still have it.
It's still
It's further away on the couch.
Yeah, the thing is, because it had a little thing that it was on for a while on the shelf.
Little ring.
Yeah.
A ring that you were trying to bounce it into.
Yeah.
Trampoline.
Gavin was, yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it was Gavin.
I couldn't find the ring, and I'm like, I'm not just gonna balance it on a shelf because a rogue moonball is gonna kill Gavin if it hits
That's
this
like a
bowling
shelf
ball.
out.
Again, you're arguing against
It
yourself.
definitely did.
So,
Bowling ball.
Bowling ball bounce took a shelf out, didn't it?
I don't know if he did.
yes,
Actually.
Trevor broke a shelf with it.
Oh, did Trevor break it? I didn't do it. I didn't break one.
Yes, Trevor did it.
I do like the
hit
look that
Gavin in
I've
the
added,
nuts
though.
So good the other day too, the moonball.
I like the look that I've added,
Yeah.
where I have like one shelf missing, so it's a double shelf, so I could put the tall stuff there. So it's kind of almost intentional. I almost took a sledgehammer to another shelf a couple weeks ago because I just wanted to
Look at that.
see how there's like two square
it's nice.
openings. It's nice.
We got all our masks on that shelf, which looks
Yeah,
good.
I have already put some shit on there. Some of it works. I had some shit under my desk that I've been meaning to like
All our
put somewhere.
belts. We have a
Like-
world heavyweight champion belt.
So you've got
Some
the
titles, please.
It's real. It's
The,
metal too.
Jack won it.
the little Minecraft plushies there on the bottom. I have a Garbo Man puppet that somebody made me, and so it's now exists there. I slid it in there. It's like the exact same fucking height.
It's perfect.
It looks perfect on that shelf, like next to the creeper.
So if you are a part of this shelf,
That'll
or
last
if you've
a
ever
week,
sent
by the way.
anything to Awu, yeah, it will. Thank you so much for providing us with this fantastic fan art and masks and trophies and other
Sunny
things,
candles up there,
and making our room look good. Sometimes it looks good, but
sometimes it's very much a sometimes.
Usually the things are all just kind of sat over each other.
I'll be honest.
in a pile. But
That was a good clean job you did, and then you further cleaned yesterday because we did an unboxing stream.
Yeah.
So you're doing some vacuuming. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna help Trevor clean up. 30 seconds, and I got cut by glass that was on the floor.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, well, I'm done.
Mine was cleaning like behind me, and I just heard him go.
I was like, fuck, damn, dude, I got bleeding for like 10 minutes until I used the handy first aid kit and bandage shelf that Trevor has there, and I put a bandage on. But then he kept, what's up?
Denise says she'll make.
She always makes Swedish meatballs.
I like that she writes.
They were delicious.
I like that she writes Denise before
wants
she
you to know
says
it's not
everything.
me.
Denise.
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 Yeah, she wants you to know it's not me, you know? So I don't question the things she does. She did whatever she wants.
because it's like Khaleesi.
But then
Yeah.
we did the unboxing stream and we all had the moment, the somber moment. Not all of us, but some of us had the somber moment of like, Well, now the room's just gonna get destroyed again.
Yeah.
We just cleaned it so we could do the unboxing stream, and it's gonna get destroyed. It didn't get destroyed.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it was
we found
in
our
and out.
culprits.
Yeah.
It was well, yeah.
We've known who the culprits are. But
There's a couple of.
I'm also on the ball about like a box gets like destroyed. I destroy it, put it in the recycling. Put it in recycling immediately.
Yeah,
when we
I'm
do the unboxing
right there with
streams.
you, buddy. I'm right there
So,
with everything. Okay, we've got culprits and then we've got accomplices.
Yes.
Jeremy is what I would call an accomplice.
Jeremy is a
He is
yes man.
Infinitely worse when someone, Gavin, is in the office.
I'm
And
not
it's just-
necessarily a yes
all
man as
hell
much as
breaks
I'm a
loose.
not no man.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say no.
I'm not gonna say no,
But I will go with this.
Yeah.
When Gavin starts firing off because he's bored, you fire back,
Yeah.
and that's when messes happen. Jeff will just come in and see a package of thing, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and he'll go, so what are you guys up to? And he'll just like throw it into a room. He'll like open up, I think there was a bag of like those whatever's in it, like little pellets, but they're little balls of like with emojis on them.
Oh yeah.
Did you see those? They're like baseball shaped, but they're small.
Yeah, little
like,
hacky sacks.
like hacky sacks,
Yeah.
but with
the ones that
emoji
Ryan and
things.
I were juggling.
Yeah, he found like an unopened package of those and just like ripped them open, started throwing them into the room somewhere. Like that's just what Jeff does. I mean, like I think at some point we had all the bouncy balls in like a box.
We did.
And they were all cleaned up.
Giant
And we
box.
were just hanging out on the couch, just having a good time, boys being boys, and he's throwing them at our penises. Like that's
a good
a
target.
that's a game. But then he just starts like, and then they're just entering the room
I got hit
willy
Started throwing
nilly.
them everywhere. after
Yeah.
that, yeah.
That was recent, too.
Very recent.
Gavin throws those fucking balls everywhere, man.
Oh, he popped open that big bag of bouncy balls in a recent hour. We were just like,
Think about
that was the worst.
bouncy balls that drives me fucking nuts. Is like the moon balls are like big. There's not like millions. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
And shockingly
When you
enough,
find a moon ball, you're like,
because the middle of our desks is just like there's
Rat's
crevices and like moon balls
cavern.
just die in there.
Yeah.
Like we go to do something with moon balls and we can't find any. So when I find one, it's like cool. And I put bouncy balls. And I said this like Trevor the other day, where it'll be like it's fucking bouncy balls, and I go, I'll be honest, 2 years I've been throwing them away.
Yeah.
Anytime I pick one up, I throw it away.
Same.
And they
I just
never
throw
they
them
never
away.
end. They never stop. They never stop. It's like throwing away one ant at a time. It's like 50,000, 3 feet underground, and it just
Reproducing.
I just refused. It makes me so angry. I refuse to not throw it away. Gavin will be like, "Where's the bouncy balls?" And I'll be like, "Gee, I don't know." And there's like I see
Everywhere.
10, and I just throw them all in the trash.
I also, and like he'll throw a bouncy ball. You gotta listen to the moon ball
Bounce
call in the
ball,
office.
bounce ball,
It's bouncy ball.
bouncy ball.
I told Gavin the error in his ways recently because I just sat at my desk and he was sitting in his, and I just went, "Damn it, man!" And he like freaked out, and I was like, "This is the problem. You can't if you think that that's a call, you're not being specific enough."
I found the limit. I think at some point I went, ugh, and threw it away.
There was almost a mutiny. Yeah, and Gavin was like, "You couldn't call that."
You can't call
And
that.
Trevor's like, "I called it," and I was like, "I gotta be honest, Trevor, that does not count as a call." I heard it.
We found the line.
I wouldn't call it a call, but I wanted to see what his limit was because I threw it at him. Because his limit or his calls are usually some sort of
Gavin,
It has the cadence. Yeah.
Gavin also is the ref of his own game.
Yeah.
Right? So he's like, "That's allowed." And it's like, "That's not allowed."
that's
Because
permissible.
it dictates whether or not I need to be on high alert on
Right.
what he's
Yeah, for
called.
sure.
Right.
If he calls a mixer ball or a Ryan ball or a Matt ball, I don't have to worry about it because that's over there.
Right. And I hear Matt Ball, I'm like,
Yeah,
all right.
for you, it's
Jeremy
terrible
Ball.
because he's not good at them.
Like Jeremy ball, Spyro ball, open drink ball. All those I have to be on high alert for.
I'm
But so when I
dehydrated.
hear Nathan, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like I'll yell that.
Everyone's in danger.
Yeah.
I've never heard a gonna fucking hit Michael's cup of water all over his desk ball, but it constantly
sure
happens.
happens. Well, because you
Fourth keyboard ball.
Because that's pronounced me.
Yeah, because
Oh,
what
that's
we've
what that
discovered,
was.
well, what Gavin and I have been discussing is that your desk is it's right between my desk and Gavin's desk in what we call the epicenter of suck.
Because
that's where we
what
collide.
what I said, I go, it's like a criminal's area of activity where when you have a bunch of crimes, it's common factor that the police can narrow down where the suspect lives because criminals work out of convenience, much like most people. Usually, you work near where you live. Criminals work the same way, so they're just like, "Fuck, that's close. I'm just gonna rob that place.
Ruin this,
That's
yeah.
my desk." Where Jeremy goes, "Well, I'll go that far," and Gavin goes, "Well, I'll go that far," and then you guys meet in the middle. This is my
punch a
fucking
bag of
desk.
chips open.
Yeah, punch a chip or like, what's this big bag of powder? I don't know. Let's rip it open. Not on my desk. Not on my desk. Here we go. Woo! It's like, God damn it!
It's a Venn diagram of chaos.
It is. Where it is. I'm right
there.
there.
The Gavin circle, and then Michael was like right there.
Like you picked up a bag of chips and you were like, how? Like, or somebody asked the question.
I said, "How crushed do you think we can get this?"
How pulverized? And then
because I was whacking Gavin and you with it.
So you met right in his chair, and he went boom, boom, all over the floor.
Because there were conversations happening, but I was just running up to people and hitting them with a bag of chips. I was hitting you and Gavin.
There, I think you just like went, boom. I'm like, oh, what was that?
I walked away.
Who hits a man
And then
with
they were starting to
chips?
get crumbled up. So I went to Gavin. I said, "How crumbled can we get these? Do you think?" And Gav's like, "Oh, like powder."
Yeah,
like
he went,
powder.
Dust or something. Yeah.
Dust.
And then
he said dust.
And then I was like, "Well, what's the most efficient way to do that? Do you think?" I was walking out there, and he just ran and went, boom, 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 ripped open.
Yeah.
We searched
And
for
it's
2 seconds.
spilled.
2 seconds.
And you see me yelling at you guys, not because of the mess, because I know we can fix that, but because no one was filming it.
Yeah.
We have the security
Trevor stands
camera.
up and goes, "Oh," man, he's not
Like,
mad
no one
about
has
it.
your phone. I just let me know you're gonna do it. I'll film it.
Jeremy.
Profitless chaos.
There you go.
What?
I've been doing this fucking thing since Jeff left the office.
They both pumped your
Constantly,
chest.
Jeremy. I keep telling him I'm gonna take Jeff's desk, and then that means I'm in charge. And then every time I do it, I like go super. I stand up straight and I like arch my back and puff my chest out. So now Jeremy and I constantly will just like look at Jeff's desk and then just go. It was like so. Somebody in the chat said I thought Michael took Jeff's desk, and then I just did it to Jeremy. Now I went.
But like there will be points where we're not saying anything. Michael will be standing over like by the bench or whatever, and I'm like playing a game. And then
I know what you're playing. You're playing Binding of Isaac, not a game.
And
Here's
then
the chips.
that's the
chips
this is
if
the
you're
bag of
watching on
chips. Yeah,
first
so this
on
is me.
video.
Like that's I asked Gav. I'm
We're
like
watching a video now.
Right, look at
God damn, dude.
And I was like, let me have a
I love the sporadic arm waving.
I'm just laughing.
so
Jack is
quick.
also like
Yeah.
people love
that's
you.
me going to get the footage already.
Yeah. But we
There's Trevor.
like I was just playing Isaac at my desk, and I will like not even be talking to you, and I'll look over at you, and you're staring at me like this, and I'll go, "You're not getting that desk."
And then I'll try and double it.
Yeah,
I'll go even
you like get
further.
bigger. Yeah.
I think the other day, like Jeff he's always had his Mac in the way on his desk, so his screens were
Yeah,
just
don't lock
over
it
the
in.
Yeah.
So like I went over it. He's taken that now, and to wherever he goes, and I yanked the other screens over. So now I've aligned like a slit between the monitors. So if you ever do move there, you can like right between the cracks,
Clean it.
like to stare right at
Because that's
Jeremy.
the-
Ryan
Ryan
tried
tried
to
to
sell
make
between
a-
the cracks to him yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
Try the crack out for a little bit.
He was like, have a seat, have a seat. And I sat down and then his chair sank.
That's gonna be a
'cause
bad
it's
one.
broken.
That's gonna be a bad part.
I thought you were gonna say fart.
But no, everyone at this table's been burping off, or someone else has been doing it alongside me because I
Not
keep
me.
getting whiffs of it.
I think that's just
I'm not
you.
drinking
Or
it.
maybe
though. I
did.
usually have my water with
Maybe
me,
I
but
didn't
I,
notice.
but,
it's got to be me. I have beer.
Like Ryan tried to make Michael and I, for lack of a better term, a peak slit, because like Michael sitting next to me is just like we constantly have moments where we just like look at each other, like if something's
Right.
taking like forever, instead of like yelling about something taking super long, whatever. Like Michael and I just like
There's a lot of silent glances between myself and Gavin and you and me.
Yeah.
It's good. It works.
that's how that goes down. If
Yeah.
something's annoying us,
Something's
we're just
annoying, or there's like a heated discussion on the other side of the
Yeah.
room. You know,
It's a lot of
it was
just
happening a
glances.
lot during. Just as an example, like the salt raid. There was so many looks going back and forth. And
Right.
Just a day. In
I mean, I
general.
was yelling during that one, but
But there was many moments.
yes.
yeah. There's
But-
different corridors like that throughout the office, though.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy
I
and I
have
have
one to
one.
you.
Like Jeremy and I on the far angle, and then like Gavin and I, we'll do the thing where like we'll be doing TTT, and then like I'll kill him, he'll kill me, whatever, and then we'll just stand up and look at each other.
Yeah, Jeff will stand and
Jeff's
he will
the
used to
stand
stand
there.
look at me. It was
That's the
very
stand
funny.
desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stand desk.
I
But,
want to do a let's play where we webcam our line of sight, not like our faces. So like
Just
when it's
what we
like
see.
Jeremy and Jack, you just see through the monitors like someone like a gentle lean.
Are you talking about strapping like a webcam like on a headband where it's like wherever
Maybe.
we're looking, that's where it's looking?
Maybe
Like,
that actually could be kind of cool. It might be
pretty funny
disorienting.
to see
but-
where we're looking.
yeah, but just like all the just glances, like
It's like
Gavin's
shit-
off
it's
doing
like-
something,
yeah.
you're just like
it's like shitty eye tracking, basically.
Yeah.
There's so many times in a TTT, I immediately turn around and look directly.
Yeah,
at you,
Matt
just 'cause
stares
I'm
at me during TTT a lot.
Oh, yeah, you
and
got
like
it
the
on
thing is,
site.
I can't see Matt. Like usually, I just catch like half of Matt. I have to kind of like lean a little bit to like, and I know that he'll be looking at me if something's happened. I'll just like look at him. Like, oh.
It's not when you're doing a good play though. Like I'm dead
That's
from
usually-
you, but I'm like I hate you.
I mean,
You
TTT
know?
absolutely is the number one. Like,
Because when you're dead, you can't talk.
I mentioned this. I mentioned this.
You like
in
the
one,
deflate, like.
I mentioned this in one we just shot that'll probably come out in like 2021. But like
we're almost caught up. Actually, we're surprisingly close.
Well, we better get to work.
I know,
but
it's
like
very important that
I
we
said
film more.
this, and it happens all the time, and I never mention it, but I said it in this video where everybody's talking like, "Oh, what happened? What happened?" Like, is Gavin dead? And I just go, I'm gonna be honest, Gavin's dead because I can see him through my peripheral, and he's got his head on his desk. He's been dead for like a minute. I just didn't want to say anything because I feel like that's unfair.
Yeah.
But like I can't not know. I'm playing, and I just see. Like next to me, and I just try to ignore it. Like occasionally, if you're watching the webcam, you might see my eyes like go that way because I see him go like next to me, and I'm like, I don't want to be like, well, Gavin's dead, but it's fucking funny. So somebody nailed it right here, and they said Michael should absolutely take that desk, but then he wouldn't be on Jeremy and Gavin's side, and it would be sad. I so much want to go to Jeremy every day, but then like we'd lose all those moments, and it's funny like how much we've been joking about that has led into like, oh, maybe, and then because of like random parenting conversations that have come up that usually do between Ryan and myself or whatever, Ryan is now going, he's like, just take the desk. You're a fucking gent. Take the desk. I was like, I don't know if I can give that up. Wham.
Michael Tony and Iris says wham to him now. So
well, she's old enough now where like she'll whine, but not like baby cry, where babies just go, right? And they have like tears streaming down their face. They're upset. But she's now old enough to whine. So like, and she's talking pretty well now. So we'll put her to bed sometimes, and we try to like read to her and like put her to sleep, and she falls asleep. That's perfect scenario, which rarely happens. Other times it's like she's just not listening or bouncing around in her room, and I'm like, all right, that's it, we're leaving now, and we just leave her in there, and like we have like child things on the door so she can't get out. So she'll like lay on the floor, she'll like kick the door, not like violently, but she'll like lay on the floor and just like kick her feet against the door, so it's just like on the door. Or she'll get her face right up to the floor crack and just like yell into the hallway and go, Mommy, Dada, Dada, wah, 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 Mommy, wah. And I'm just looking at Lindsay, I'm laughing my ass off, just shaking my head like, and every time it's like, give it 10 minutes. And sometimes she'll just get bored and climb into bed and go to sleep, and other times it's like round 2, go read her some more books or whatever. But she's a full, like, 2.5-year-old dude. She's in full toddler swing. God. And then I was saying, like, because Lindsay's out of town this weekend for New York Comic Con, and her parents took Iris last night, so I just had Luna. It was just me and Luna at home. And I'm like, that's easy street. That always is. Like, you feed her, you put her somewhere, and she just sits there. But she started crawling recently, and I was just like, last night I was like, fuck, now it's work. I was like, dude, move. I was like, I'm gonna get home, take care of the kid. Boom, I do whatever I want all night, 4 hours. I was like, that kid's like, fuck, oh shit, I gotta move over. I gotta feed her this. Fuck, now she's crawling over there. I gotta take that away from her. Okay, cool. I got a playpen set, put her in playpen. Immediately, like, let me the fuck out. I hate this because she wants to like get her. She used to sit in a chair for 8 hours and be like, I love it. And now I'm like, damn it. Now I like 7 months. Now I have 2 kids. Now I have 2 functioning children.
It's the thing that broke Ryan.
It broke him. It broke his brain.
It did.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're on borrowed time.
The biggest thing that I had my saving grace in both children and delayed maybe the brain break is like they both sleep like out. 3 weeks old, both of them out through the night. Because that's every parent I talked to before we had Iris was always like, you're fucked. Like once your kid, like you put them in the like never gonna go to sleep. They'll be up all night. My kids are lazy. They go to sleep and they're like, and they go to sleep. That's it, dude. So like that has like held off the insanity for so long. And now it's just like, Iris can get anywhere. She can climb over anything. She's got like hell of an arm. She'll like whip shit across the room. I was telling Jeremy too, like when she's mad in her room, she's got like 50 stuffed animals, but she's got her 2 like go-tos. And I'll try and give it to her, like, calm down, here, take Bunny. Bunny's like, she's had that since she was a baby. And she'll like walk over to it, pick it up, and then just throw it and go, Ugh. And I'm like, don't do that to Bunny. And she'll like step on it. Like, I don't care. And then she'll finally settle down. She'll get in the bed and she'll just go, Bunny, Bunny, Bunny. And I'm like, all right, this won't work with a person, just so you know. Stuffed animal, you get away with it. Don't do this to humans.
Don't throw them out and try to get them back.
Don't slam them and then throw stomp.
The natural instinct to throw and curb stomp the bunny.
Yeah.
Just like,
the
other thing,
we're there,
There's something I want to bring up too because I saw a bunch of TTT messages going by because we were talking about it. But
Should we play more TTT?
We definitely next week. Next week is TTT week. We're gonna catch up.
Who wants to play TTT? Should we do?
I mean,
This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Stitch Fix. Let's talk about your style. How do you describe your look in one word? Or do you even think you have a style? Whatever you like, Stitch Fix can help you find your next favorite shirt or pants, or help you discover what your style is and amp it up. Don't let the words personal stylist scare you off. I like Stitch Fix. They've got good quality shirts, good quality pants. It's super easy to use the website. You just sign up, you click the things you like, and stylist picks stuff out for you. Super simple. Personal style is like a fingerprint. Everyone has their own. Whatever your style, the expert stylists at Stitch Fix are ready to help you express yourself. With Stitch Fix, your personal stylist will send you clothing that makes you look your best. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that delivers clothing, shoes, and accessories directly to you. To get started, go to stitchfix.com/offtopic, answer some questions about your preferred style, and your personal shopper will ship you a box of clothes, shoes, and accessories. There's no commitment required, and you only pay for what you keep. Plus, the $20 styling fee is automatically applied toward anything you keep from your box. Get started today at stitchfix.com/offtopic, and you'll get an extra 25% off when you keep all the items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/offtopic for 25% off. stitchfix.com/offtopic.
Like, some camera people too.
Okay, so I don't know if this was planned. I don't know how this worked out, but the TTT that came out this week.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Right, it came out in like Legends of the. I said Legends of the Hand, but it was Indiana Jones, man.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, that was the third video in this string of things we were recording where we were discussing if we needed.
Was it Memorial Day week? I think.
I wasn't here. Whatever
he said
it was.
in the thing it was like September.
Because I missed 40 TTTs.
Like, the video starts and Ryan's like, "All right, it is now September 5th. This is our 4th day in a row of recording TTT where we're discussing this." And Gab goes, "It is now October 3rd." And it came out on October 3rd, the video.
And how does he just counted the weeks out?
I was just
I wonder if he did or if he just took a
I
shot.
don't think
He counted.
Yeah.
well,
This is the Gavin
did
thing.
we
where
even
you're
have a
like,
day?
That's true.
set
And
at
then he's
that
just
point?
like, or literally we shot that and he went next door and went, "Put this out on October."
That's
so he can
far
look
more
cool.
likely.
Yeah.
Man, I found my favorite game in TTT is when I'm the
Sarah,
jester.
quiet.
Yeah,
Trying-
Sarah, we're playing
She
it.
said,
You have no
"Please,
say
no."
in this.
My
We're
favorite.
running dry.
Yeah, Trevor's gone over your head.
My
no.
favorite game is as the jester
the
trying to
offense.
kill as many people as
Yes.
possible. And I've gotten pretty good at it.
Jack is really good at killing people as a jester.
Yeah.
He's
And it's
also
like-
really good at getting in the way as the jester.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
man,
the best, even
so
when
much
people
fun.
know you're the jester.
Yeah.
You're just going, who you gonna fight? Who you gonna fight? And,
Jack, get out of the way.
You'll win occasionally.
I think I legit pissed off Jeremy during the Batman stream when we were playing with. I was playing with the barrels.
oh my
That
god,
was
the
awesome.
barrels.
Oh,
That Batman
dude.
one was
there,
awesome.
There was I mean, that was so polarizing. There's so many people like fuck Jack and his fucking barrels, and some people are like that's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. And I wish we did an actual proper edit of that one because there's so many times that I caught people off guard with those things, and I did shit with them that I never thought I could. That I'm sad there's not like the
The
proper
best
angle
one,
of
I
it.
think, was when you killed Jeremy when you were the killer.
I was the
think.
killer.
So you
No,
had.
I didn't kill him. He killed himself.
You had radar, and you were like running around blasting people, and you had radar, and you knew someone was around the corner. So you would turn the corner and immediately fire, and it was Jack holding a barrel.
Holding
Right, so
explosive
just-
barrels in his face, and it blew up Jeremy. Although there was one round where I killed both of the traitors with barrels. Like
You
the
did.
first one, I think Gavin was next to. I blew him up because I knew it, and then the next one was Fiona. I set it on top of her, backed up, shot it, and blew her away. And I killed both the traitors with barrels.
Yeah,
It was-
and you were like-
I was like,
like-
that's it, I'm done. Like that, I
But
can't
you started
top
being
that.
able to kill people without blowing them up. You were like shoving people through the
Oh, yeah.
ground with them
Yeah.
and killing
Oh
them.
god,
Like,
Yeah.
I watched you like
I killed
pin
Gavin.
down, and you kept shoving, and he like on his screen he just fell through the planet.
Calm down.
Stop, please! It's like, Jack, no, I can't move. Jack, and he died.
dead. Yeah.
Oh my god! I didn't know I could do
Well,
that.
that's the thing is like
So much fun.
Jack's really good at killing people with barrels and stuff. And the other thing that's been discovered is in TTT, Matt is great at killing himself with doors.
True.
Matt just
Awesome.
for
I
some
did
reason
that
gets
one.
stuck in doors all the
know why.
time.
Yeah.
There's an episode. Has the airship one come out yet?
I don't, dude, there was a thing in the airship that Ryan
I don't
did.
think it has because Ryan has done something incredible
The thing,
now.
yeah, the thing that Ryan did now was one of the most fucking incredible things I've ever seen in TTT.
Ryan, he just had some great shooting. Ryan,
yeah.
It was like-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that one was
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a moment. I think it's the last round we did.
Dude,
it was
yeah.
just like
Ryan's got some incredible shooting.
I was involved in that, and I was struggling.
Something else happened in that one.
That was amazing.
Where it was one of those Trader testers where there's two, and so you need to put two people in, and like if they're both innocent, it's green. If one is a traitor, it's red. If they're both traitors, it's green. So like I was running the Trader tester, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna get two people in this, like Jack and Matt, I think, with the two in there, and I'm like, get in there, and so they get inside, and I hit the button, and the doors start slowly closing, and then they both kind of freak out, both get crushed by the doors, and I'm like, oh, I don't know anything now. Like I couldn't run.
We know
any
you're a
test.
murderer.
I just watched them like
Yeah.
both die.
I had a really good move in there, and then I ruined myself on the door.
Yeah.
But
I,
yeah,
that
was
one
a
in
good
particular.
episode.
Yeah.
I remember
Watch
that one in
out.
particular. Most of my plans.
That
got
might be
ruined
next
in
week's
that one.
episode.
I think it is.
It should be.
Which is
because,
the end. I think that's
yeah,
all of it.
we need to record more. What I
do.
want to do, we don't know what November's theme month is going to be, but what I want to do, because typically
TTT
December is going to be, no, I want December to be our Gmod month as it always is, because that's what kicked off all the theme months.
Trouble in December.
Yeah. And so I wanted to, I want to do normal Gmod on that, like Thursday area is when we've kind of generally been releasing it. And then for Sunday, like explore a bunch of different game types to see how we like those or to see how the audience likes those. So that way we're not just like beating TTT to death. But then I also know that Chilled Chaos, like has just a library of mods that I think maybe starting into 2020, we just like start introducing per episode like, one mod, like some of them like have guns that can blast you ragdoll across the map and fling you around, and they're kind of fun. So we might start cycling in new mods to keep it.
We're also
to keep it going.
in talks with the guy right now who made the mod, the custom roles mod. And I've been talking to him because we want another role. In
Yeah, we
there.
came up with
so
one.
We're talking to him about putting in another
I think that was we talked about that in the most recent GTA.
where
The
we want another
collectibles
role
like
in there.
part 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking to him, and so apparently it's being worked on.
Yeah.
So
Sneak in a little Achievement Hunter roll.
Trouble in
there.
December Town. Yeah.
December Town. Yeah.
I want to play Murder again.
Yeah, we haven't played Murder in a
That's
long
like my
time.
favorite game.
Murder
right
you,
now.
Matt.
We haven't
Or
done
we
Prop
haven't-
Hunt
that
in
was
a
a
while.
Prop
Grill.
Yeah, maybe
But
right there.
I want to give Death
I'm
Row.
not happy.
I want to give Death Row a proper try. I know we've tried it a couple times, and it's very finicky.
It's one of
It's
those
very
things where sometimes
platforming,
it works,
yeah.
and other times it just doesn't for whatever reason. I don't
Then
know
there's
why.
there's hide and seek, which is kind of like a tag-based game,
Guess
which
Who.
could be a bit bland, but it might be worth just playing a couple rounds to see how it goes. Guess Who is always great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
There's, I think you found one a long time ago that was like there was something about touching a ball, like the last person to touch
the balls. Yeah, it's just like
then
the
there's-
ball bouncing around
yeah.
constantly. When it touches you, it turns your color.
There's like a whole bunch of like game modes in there. I remember a long time ago, someone recreated Five Nights at Freddy's in Gmod. Like it's pretty flexible, that game.
Yeah.
There was a fucking
So-
game mode one time where everyone was plants. There was like one team was people walking around a map full of potted plants, and some of the potted plants were players that would just suicide bomb. Like you had to try to figure out which plants were people because they could move and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
then
Plants
they would
vs.
just like
Zombies
hit a button and run at someone and blow up. And so you have to like watch out for the plants.
So
Like
what was the people's goal?
you could like throw stuff and like kill the plants. Like if you
Oh.
could figure out which one they were.
Plants
stop them in
versus
time.
humans.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it was like one
for
team was
Yeah,
people and the other team were like these potted plants hidden amongst the plants. It was so fucking
I want to go. People are humans, right, Jack? Would you classify people and humans as different?
I think it's over 4.
I wanted to catch him on his logic.
Once
Yeah.
I get there.
So what you were doing.
Yeah.
So what you were doing, crafty Trevor. Somebody mentioned here because we were talking about TTT after off topic, and that reminded me of I guess I don't know if Fiona started it. I remember she was yelling it last week. Like we should do one after off topic.
God.
Just to tell you right now, absolutely not. No, we did not film one.
No.
I
Did
was
not
like,
film anything after
after 200. Like, we should do it now. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I would have thrown up all over
Out
my
of here.
desk.
Hell
You
no.
have been
So if you were
fine.
hoping for that, no. But it also reminded me of another thing about Fiona for 200 because like she was here and she's drinking and when she came on, she pretty much stayed for the whole time. And she kept going like, I don't know how much got picked up on the mic, but she kept telling me like she was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. And I was like, oh, just get out of here, go. And she'd be like, Michael wants me to leave. Why you want me to leave? It's just like, it happened like 4 times. She's like, okay, I
remember
gotta
saying
get
she had
the
like
fuck out of
blobby
here.
stuffed in her pants too. I
Yeah,
remember
she
that.
pulled the Mr. Bobby off the set somewhere. I don't think she knows what the fuck it was. She's like, I don't know what this is.
I just gave it to her, and I don't know what happened after that.
She had it in the front of her pants.
Immediately in the front of her pants.
She gave it to me at some point, but she had it in the front of her pants at most point. But she kept going like, hey, I need to leave. I'm like, oh, okay, get out of here when you want. Michael's trying to kick me out. He's trying to make me leave.
She was just gaslighting you. That's all it was.
That's what it was. That's what it was. It's not gonna work. I can't be lit.
Can't be lit.
I'm blow up proof.
Not gas proof.
I'm still standing.
So,
you know?
TTT next week though.
TTT.
And then followed by a road trip to the Heart Attack Grill.
And see how many come back.
What is the perfect number of people in a TTT video?
6.
7 or 8?
6 or 7.
You think
8's
Rarely 8.
I think
Never 9.
Never 9.
I think 7's good. I think 6
Never
is too
again.
few.
7's a good number.
I don't know.
7 you
6 to 7.
get 5 innocent, 2 traitors. Or you get 5 terrorists, 2 traitors.
And
I think
also
that's the way to
that
go.
mixes it up more too, because like the game algorithmically is like, you know, if there's only 4 innocent people, then we're not going to throw in a glitch this round, or we're not going to throw in a jester or killer.
Yeah, I think 7's the magic number. For
when it goes to that end screen sometimes, and it's like, okay, there was a traitor, a hypnotist, someone they turned into an evil person, a killer, a glitch, a mercenary. It's like, what was happening?
I love seeing the zombie screens because generally, like at the end, there was like one innocent person.
It's like Z.
Dude, there is no more panicked moment in TGT videos than when you discover there are zombies.
When you see one zombie, you're like,
usually someone usually yells, there's an outbreak! You're like 6.
And like the thing
and
is,
then everyone starts going,
At that point, you're screaming to yourself, there's an outbreak!
what's so great about the zombie thing, the way it's coded in there, is that when they take the knife out, they turn green.
Yeah.
So like in the video coming up, Jack is Meeseeks.
Oh yeah.
And so green Meeseeks came busting out of a door with a knife, and I was like, oh my god! Like that's
right.
I want to get a skin that's immune to that, where you just can't tell. Like
Kermit.
Kermit,
Yeah.
Kermit.
I got
a different shit.
Michael was a skeleton.
I'm a Kermit that can't be any taller than
Skeleton
like.
was awesome.
It's the maxed out player height model, and it's a Kermit, and he's like.
Why did we change our skins? Why was I Meeseeks? Was it?
We did a Halloween thing.
That wasn't the Halloween
We're
one.
probably just fucking around. I mean, we changed them a lot.
What we were trying to do is we were trying to like get us to have default skins that we liked, but also had head boxes.
Yeah, because the thing is,
There's
not all
nothing
the
worse
skins
than being
have
like,
headshots
all right, and sniping somebody in the head and being like, oh, I got hit. And
I
like,
actually don't think
And that kind of happened in the Batman one, but we were kind of pinned in of like
that one was
doing all Batman characters. Somebody'd be like, bam! Oh, fuck, you're fine.
Yeah.
I like being the inner dragon, even though it's a huge disadvantage to me because it's such a big character model. But still, I just love.
Like I love seeing I got hit. I look and a tail scurries around the corner. Like, it was Jack.
And like the thing, and like that hitbox on your head is so giant.
Yeah, and like I love that. Like for some reason, my character model, when I get headshot, I just split into pieces.
Yeah, and
I'm like
you can't
multiple-
carry them either.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
aren't you like a Lego man?
I don't know.
Yeah, he just really erupts into pieces.
That's stupid.
Like Lego is like to me. I think Lego. I think non-persons. I think like 4 and below.
Oh, okay.
And,
Wait.
it's like I don't want to bring that to a game where
You play with
murders.
children's toys?
No.
Yeah,
you
if it's got more than
like he just got
toys?
put himself into a corner.
and I've stacked myself in with Legos.
You built a Lego wall
Shit.
around you.
You built your
Dude,
Lego prison.
I got that Lego Star Destroyer, man.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, oh yeah, yeah. It's
have
fucking
pictures?
neat. No, I haven't built it yet. It's,
Okay.
it's still in the box.
Who's your go-to on Lego tweets? So you tweet like Rahul, right?
Rahul's a big Lego dude.
Yeah,
And
speaking of which-
yeah, and I bought that and I was like, dude, if you want to come down and build it with me, and he's like, oh, he's be shooting a new show right
Blind
now.
Manor?
Do you
Yeah,
want
Blind
to
Manor.
do
Season 2 of A Haunting on Hill House.
Yeah.
He's in.
that's
dude just started
awesome.
shooting.
Yeah. So anyway, Rahul,
Jack-
if you're watching,
I want to pitch you a show. It's called Let's Go Lego or Lego. And it's just Jack and a guest building, talking, shop over
somewhere
Legos.
Tyler Stab is pulling his hair out and screaming because they've literally been pitching that
He goes-
show for a while.
Oh, I think
It's like now they're like, it's
Snipe
approved.
gun.
I think
shit.
Jeff and I like there was a time I think I was walking from here to the grocery store or something because I was just like bored. So Jeff and I were
Howard Eats
texting.
Butts?
Yeah, I went to Howard Eats Butts, and
The Jew Boy
Is
Burgers,
the
whatever that was.
sponsorship
we
dying
just like
somewhere?
came up with a bunch of different show ideas. Like one for Ryan, like that Ryan's Toys review.
Yeah.
So it's like slightly.
Is it just knives?
Well, it's like it's just Ryan getting like cool shit from the internet.
is
and
used to
like
take
using
meat
it.
off the bone.
It would be Ryan getting cool shit from the internet and shitting all over it.
Probably,
would actually
yeah.
be like, this is stupid. This is dumb. What kind of idiot's gonna play with this? That would be his
And then at the
review.
end he goes, "Okay, well, it's pretty
Hey,
cool."
all right. Like and
He
subscribe.
brags and he goes, all right, 8 out of 10.
You know what? I actually like 5 out of 10. I love this.
I love
4
this.
out of 10.
2 out of 10.
No,
But
but
I can see Ryan screaming, "You and a toy!"
But no, Tyler actually had like he was pitching a show where it was like me building like Lego and models and stuff like that, and just having one guest on, kind of like Adam Savage does like his one day builds, and it's basically the same idea based off that. So
Yeah.
we can talk about it. I'm sure Tyler would love to talk to you about it.
Oh, that Tyler
So
guy.
anyway,
Eric and I are going to do
He's
our
already
very
approved.
excited.
Still working
He's
on a
fine.
wrestling podcast. It'll happen in
dude, you did that wrestling thing. Looked like it went really
Dude,
well.
literally the other day, if some people watched on Wednesday, AEW, another wrestling federation apart from WWE, had their first televised show, and yeah, Warner and AEW were like, "Hey, do you want to
Yeah.
live tweet this?" And I was
That's
like,
awesome.
Yes, absolutely. And like, so I just live tweeted the show.
Well, it's like you and James were doing it too. Like he was live tweeting it too, or was he just watching?
I don't know. He might have just been watching. I honestly don't know. But my biggest issue is I would spell people's names wrong because there were a lot of characters that showed up on the show that are from WWE that I saw before on there, but they change their names when they go to the other. The guy named John
Right.
Moxley was Dean Ambrose, and it's
They
like
have to
so.
rebrand a little
Yeah,
bit.
and like there's a guy debuted and they call him Jake Hager, but in WWE he was Jack Swagger, and I was like, oh, like Jack Hager's here, and people were like,
You mixed
it's
it?
Jake Hager.
Ah,
It's like,
oops.
listen, cut me
get
some
it.
slack. You know who's here.
Wait a minute. That's not their real names.
That's not Jake. I don't know what his real name is.
Not anymore, is it?
Might be
You
Jake
mean The
Hager,
Rock's
but
name isn't The
Jack
Rock?
Swagger.
Mr. Rock.
He
Mr.
changed
The
it to
Rock.
Dwayne Johnson when he
Yeah,
got
He's on tonight. He's on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
SmackDown tonight sounds like a network news show.
It's on Fox.
Welcome
now.
to SmackDown
Dude,
tonight.
it was the weirdest thing because they just moved over. Tonight's the season premiere. It's on Fox now and on Fridays. And like
network Fox. Like,
yeah.
Oh wow.
And like it's so weird because they have this creepy character that I showed you in our Ready Set Show. The guy who holds his own head.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like this clown mask and everything. Like during NFL, like pictures of him were popping up because he's like supposed to be like scared, like he took over the network, and like
Like
it's
a
during
glitch?
the NFL, it's like and like he would come up on the screen.
Was it like Fight Club? You just see like flash images? Whoa.
And it's like
great.
fucking hell, like this is a wrestling thing, like during the NFL, like it's
I
so
don't
nuts.
know what this means. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
I hope there's
that
someone.
is.
Hangman Page was my high school
Yeah.
graphic.
Like,
Hangman
oh my
Page was a
God,
high
what's
school graphic
happening?
design teacher.
Yeah, he was a teacher before he was a wrestler.
Eric, quiet.
Again, the weird fucking soundboard.
Pipe down,
Sorry.
dude.
He was
Your
a
show
teacher
doesn't
before a
exist
wrestler.
yet,
He was a
but-
teacher before
Did,
a wrestler.
did we talk?
Buckshot, Larry.
Did we,
tell you what will
did we
exist.
talk about? Have you talked about this yet?
Can I do it?
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
Oh, Michael.
Oh, hit it.
So, finally, stuck in development hell. When you guys, it was the same day you
I
guys
dug
all
you out.
did those. You dug us out. They went to Trevor like begging, like, please,
Please, sir. Please. Can we have an upload?
I need a coin. Basically, yeah. So the same day you guys, that's exactly how it happened, and I will die defending it.
Okay.
The same day you guys did the test shows for Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
I did a show with Jordan that was not part of Achievement Hunter, and it was just going to be like a general show, and then it kind of like got mixed around, and where's it going, and this, that, whatever. But Trevor put his fucking cape on, swooped in, scooped it up. You know, he was very doing that, and it wasn't this. Hands at his side, it was more heroic.
Not like my desk.
So the test show that Jordan Swears and I recorded, Jordan from 2D, if you're familiar, RTAA, a very popular show, long running and
Creative director
show
over there.
Yeah. Not on this show, he's not.
No, he's not.
It was just interesting because it's pretty much his idea. But we did a podcast based on eating and reviewing new like fast food like special edition items.
Yeah.
So like we didn't do this, but for example, right now Pizza Hut is selling what looks to be some abomination of a pizza.
Cheez-It thing.
It's a Cheez-It. It's not even like a pizza.
Is it like a
But it's not,
calzone?
it's not like, yeah, it's not like
a calzone because it's
calzone?
one of the $5 menu items, so
yeah.
it's like a small thing, but it looks like a giant Cheez-It.
I want a
It's
giant
4 of them
and
all
it's like, yeah.
Stuffed Cheez-It pizza.
Yeah, so we basically have a audio only 30-minute to 1
audio
hour
only.
podcast.
Yeah.
Well, we don't eat it on it.
Okay.
We eat it beforehand, and we just
talk
describe
about
it.
it.
We discuss it.
Yeah.
You know,
We get to live vicariously through that.
There's some fun facts
Okay.
that producer Eric Bedour produces. It's the guy who's never here. He's here on this one because he
Pipe
thought
up.
we were going to talk about
Pipe
him.
up.
Now you can pipe up because we
Okay.
talked about you.
Yeah, we have great facts, and it's a fun show. And
It's super fun, super nice.
I love it. To name to be determined.
So
we
it's-
had a name and we're not allowed to use that.
So it's
name.
Michael and Jordan. So Michael and Jordan. And maybe Michael thrown in.
It'd be like,
Michael and Jordan.
I'd say something like, say it was the Michael Jordan podcast.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's what it is. I don't know what the name is, but I'm
Right.
told the name we had we're legally not allowed to use.
legal.
Just call it the Michael Jordan Jumpman 23 podcast.
That's our rough idea was
Yeah, baby.
right?
rough
I mean, what's
idea.
wrong? Is there something wrong with that?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with
Michael
that.
and
That's
Jordan,
fine.
Space
And it
Jam
is-
2.
Yeah.
It is an audio-only podcast, but you know, there's going to be graphics, there's going to be animation for the internet. They look at stuff. My suggestion, or whoever it was, there's a lot of ideas being thrown around. Was someone shooting a basketball
Yeah.
and it spins and then turns into a pizza, and
There
maybe
you
somebody
go.
bites it.
Yeah.
to be like Michael Jordan podcast. They're going to talk about food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I. That's it's
That
just,
sounds good.
it's just ideas
That
coming
makes
out of my head.
sense.
We don't know what it's going to be called. I don't know.
and
You could do you get some like Chicago style pizzas and then
Oh,
like
to
Buffalo
Chicago,
wings.
yeah.
It could be
I could dribble that,
Michael
baby.
Jordan and the Chicago Bulls.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I take a bite, nothing but net.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
The circle can work for other things too.
The circle-
it could work more for
You could
like
have-
a-
you could
a
have-
People don't own a shake.
You could be wearing like pulled White
Perfect.
Sox, Michael Jordan of the Chicago Bulls and formerly White Sox podcast. I'm reaching for that one. I'm reaching.
I used to wear white socks. I wear black socks now
That's true.
because I'm over 12. But I used to wear white socks. If you're still wearing white socks, buy black socks. I don't understand why you wear white socks.
I wear white socks when I wear white shoes sometimes.
Well, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah.
it's just it stands
I got
out.
black
You
socks
just
on right now.
confessed to that like you were admitting.
I mean,
I've got white,
if you wear white socks,
white socks on right now.
fine, but I am wearing black
Yeah,
socks
you wear
right now.
shorts too. It's different.
There we go. See,
It's
like there we
different.
go.
If you
Like,
wear- if
there's
you wear-
my
grandpa.
Nikes.
Don't look at my shoes. They're really. I had to
Then
throw
wear
out my
your-
other
wear
ones
your
yesterday.
While you
Wear your
show
socks.
off,
Look at
Show
your
off the
socks.
socks, Jeremy.
All right, you're good though.
They're black. Okay.
black.
There we
I
go.
think mine might be white, too.
So anyway,
we're joking about all the slogans and stuff here, but that's
Podcast.
how the meeting actually went.
it's not entirely wrong.
Like
We get the food.
Yes.
We eat the food. We
Yeah.
record the podcast. We talk about the food. The trials and tribulations of getting it. We went to the first store that we ate the
Yep.
food item from. I'm just going to spoil it. I'm going to throw it out there because it comes out next week. The test episode is going to come out next week for
Double
first
down.
members.
Double down.
Just tell
They
them.
don't make that anymore. I don't think.
It's we went. I don't even know if it's still available. We went to Little Caesars and we got the Little Caesars Quattro pizza. It's 4 different pizzas in one pizza. 4 different. It was
That's the
revolutionary.
It's almost like having different toppings.
It's revolutionary. It's mind blowing, Jeremy. But to order 4 different sets of toppings, they're changing the game.
Sorry.
They're
Changing
changing
the
the
game.
game.
Let them have
It's an
technology.
absolute
Let
game
advance.
changer.
Let it
And here's the thing: if you're a skeptic, I understand, Jeremy. I implore you to listen to the episode, and you'll be like, "Wow, now I understand."
Wow.
I
listened to Michael
I
and
listened
Jordan.
to Michael and Jordan on a podcast talk about the Little Caesars Quattro pizza, and it's a pizza. It's a pizza. Maybe there was no peaches on it, but that's coming out next Friday.
And so, Eric Bedour is a producer. on
Eric
it.
produces it,
So
and
it could be
inserts
Michael
him-
B. Jordan podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's true.
Obviously.
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be it.
Because Bedour,
Yeah,
obviously,
Bedour.
but he's not on it, so you don't need his full name, just an initial.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
And they're in order of
So-
importance.
Exactly.
So it's Jordan and I.
Sorry, Jordan.
It makes sense. Jordan and I did it. Eric was there, inserted himself a lot
Of
into
course.
the podcast. He's like, I'm
Obviously.
producing it, but I have a microphone
Yeah,
here. We were talking about the legal of like, ooh, what do we call this? And once Ryan discovered it was about food, he's like, I can be on that, and you can call it the Michael R. Jordan.
Yes.
If I'm getting
Ryan
free
said, if it's
food.
food, I can
I'll
eat
be
that.
in it and eat the food. Off topic, he's like a fucking ghost. He hears food
Yeah.
podcast, and he's like, what's going on now here? What am I eating?
It's true.
So,
If kolaches came out of these taps instead of beer, he would be all.
that's true.
I think I had a better suggestion.
What was your suggestion?
You just censor it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Welcome to
suggesting you
Bleep
just
Bleep.
you just bleep out the Jordan.
The Michael Bleep podcast.
That was my suggestion.
So we don't know what it's going
Welcome
to
to
be
the
called.
Michael podcast.
We don't know what it's going to be called. A little bit of a trouble. Maybe we
God.
said the name 40 times in the first
That's
episode.
fine. It's
But
the first
next
episode.
week,
Yeah, first
Friday,
Is
first
it-
members.
October 11th.
It's a weekly,
First
or what's
members.
that? Is this weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
Well, it's nothing now. It's just
Seasonally,
a test
whenever it
episode. Then it'll be every week forever, obviously.
CC's Pizza, Peach Pie Pizza.
There's a lot.
Oh,
see?
Oh no, people are saying
Trevor.
peach because he said peach.
But there's
Trevor, we gotta go to
so
Cecilia.
many options. There's a million
Peach pie
things.
pizza.
I'll be honest, we recorded this, like a month ago when you guys did the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And like all I've been getting from Jordan is like, we're missing this, or this KFC thing came out, this fucking thing came out, why are we not eating this thing? There's so many weird things that I need to eat and review.
Dude, KFC has the chicken and mac and cheese bowl going on
Yup.
right now. I watched the.
Well, okay,
fun-
I'll be honest,
I know,
we did that for the
we did the
sponsor
sponsor
video,
thing.
and it was fucking
I
delicious.
watched that one, then I watched the Funhouse one back to back, and I looked at Katie. I'm like, we gotta go to KFC. Like it
pretty good.
the advertising 100%
Pretty
worked
good.
on me. I just saw James like going, oh, it smells so good, and he's just eating, and he's like, oh, this is really good. I'm
Dude,
like,
it was
I gotta
good.
fucking go get
Also,
one now.
really funny game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they nailed it. They nailed
Yeah.
what they were going for.
Now Wendy's has a game. They have an RPG. That'd be so bad.
Wendy's, you want us to
So
play that?
there you go.
So next week podcast,
Cool.
check it out. And
Michael
what-
redacted.
Achievement Hunters is
Michael
becoming an all
Back.
podcast network. No more gameplay, just podcasts. That's
It's
all
a
we're
short
gonna be.
one. If you're like, I love off topic, but I hate it. It's too long.
Michael be eaten with Jordan.
Michael B. Michael B. Eaton with Jordan. The
I
goal-
like it.
the
I
goal
like
for
that. Whoever
me-
that was.
That's a good one.
The goal for me going into this is like, it's so outside. There's no backstory. There's no
Yeah.
like, I know this guy, Achievement Hunter, Let's Play, all this. It's just a dumb audio podcast about two idiots eating fast food.
Well, it's so good
And
when you have
reviewing
those sort of
it.
like evergreen things, like the one bite pizza thing, like the was it the SB Nation guys do? Is that who it is? Like the guys that just eat this one,
Just one bite.
Yeah, one bite, just
Yeah.
one bite
Just one bite.
reviews. Like that's perfect.
It's
Like you don't need to know
basically that.
anything about those guys.
Jordan
It's
was
so funny.
referencing Rooster Teeth people in the podcast, and I just kept laying into him. I'm like, they don't know who that is. We're trying to get a broader market. Stop talking about your friends. Nobody cares about your friends. And I'll also say, like, I lost it several times because it was just the tiny table. It was just Jordan and I, Eric, and then Nick was doing sound. So, like, I'd be laying into him, and Jordan and Nick would just start laughing, and I just couldn't help just laugh my ass off.
Michael has
'Cause
to
they're
when
right in
people
front of
laugh,
me.
like double down on it, then and keep pushing.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
No joke,
I just
the
want to
first-
listen to it about your energy because like you and Jordan, that's an interesting pair.
It's something I talked about where like so much of the Achievement Hunter energy people have watched grow over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
years, right? Like Gavin and I, we started making videos. I met him and then we started making videos. That like built over time.
Yeah.
Like Jordan and I've been working with Jordan for years and years in animation, like doing Camp and even way back in X-Ray and Vav, So it's like we have that, but it's never been recorded. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
never
yeah.
seen it. So we have it like from the get-go. There's this crazy chemistry. And it was just like a fun, different podcast to record. So I've been like just honestly laying into Eric about not putting it out. So I'm glad it's finally coming out next week. Hopefully people listen to it. The first episode's it's like 33 minutes long. It's really stupid, but if you want to listen to it, give it a listen.
There you go.
Is that good, Eric?
I thought that was great.
You like it? Was that too long? Too short?
No, it was perfect.
What's it going to be called, Eric?
What's it called? What's the name?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's a shitty name for a podcast.
That name.
I've been in so many
No
emails with
baby.
legal.
I want to call it the Cravies. With
No,
Michael and Jordan. The Cravies.
Please don't call it that.
It was really like
Little
you,
bites.
you
Just the
lost
bits.
it.
Little bites.
You lost it in like the first 30 seconds.
It legitimately was
it's
30
like
seconds.
the intro and you lose it.
Well, because the other thing too is like we decided like last second. Eric was like, "I'm gonna go get the pizza," and I was like, "I'm coming with you." He was like, "Oh, okay." And then like as we were going to leave, Jordan drove up and we're like, "Yo, we're going to get a pizza. You want to come?" We're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." He really didn't want to, but he begrudgingly came with us. So we were just like making fun of it for like 2 hours before we recorded it. So by the time we got to recording it, I was just so done. I was fried on like the Little Caesars. We just kept talking about Little Caesars and the pizza and everything. So we started, and I was just in a mood. It's like the 2 a.m. giggles,
Yeah.
but in the middle of the day. And I'm just losing it 30 seconds into the podcast. So again. Thank you for the super informative trivia and like outside information, Eric. It really helped, turn a 15-minute podcast into a 30-minute. That's
what a producer does, baby.
Yeah, it's because you don't do it here.
Where, in what way am I going to do that?
I don't know.
this
You
show?
just said that's what a producer does, and you just don't do it. That's all.
Give
me a
anything,
fact
you
sheet.
hold us back.
Give me a fact sheet, okay? That's all
You
I'm saying.
want a fact sheet for this show?
202. You hand me something.
All right, you got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Something
let's
on
do
the
it.
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you.
So do.
So
And so
Doesn't
do.
make any sense. As a Sunny reference.
Yeah. Well,
All right, should we
Anyways,
get out of
looks
here?
like we should
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
start kicking it over to the post show.
All right. I'm good.
I'm gonna get
We got
drunk and
places
spin
to
around on
be,
a thing.
movies to see.
You got a lot
Where
to
is that?
catch up
Where's
on.
the Lazy Susan? Like,
Broke it.
Yeah.
Did I actually break it?
No.
Oh, okay. I legit. You could have said yes.
Yeah, I know. We really could have run with that one.
They
found
They
this-
saw what we
found
did
this
and they took it
steamroller.
away. That's what happened.
Yeah,
They
that's,
went,
I
that's
just
never
think
going to
this
happen again.
table's scarred.
Oh, it absolutely does. Just feel it.
This is just fucking.
It's super
but-
tacky.
They
Every
remind
time I
us the
do
past
something
is
to it, it
real.
Not
comes
like
back.
tacky, like
But yeah, like
Yeah, it's
tactile and
like,
tacky.
a field.
Whoa, your thumbnail is bent in half.
Yeah.
Ah,
Sorry.
go to a doctor.
Thumbnail. Doctor, my thumbnail.
Doctor, I have a pain. Yeah, right. Where's the pain? My thumbnail's
My
too
nails,
long. My nails are
doctor.
too long.
Whatever will I do?
Oh,
nails.
get out of my office.
All right.
Not me.
We
Thanks
love
for
you.
watching.
Not a
Off
money.
topic. We appreciate
Bye,
it.
everyone.
This was more of a
You.
podcast than last week was for sure.
Yeah.
You can listen to it.
And I'm gonna remember this one.
You can remember it.
Well, will you?
Yeah.
Unless he goes to the heart attack grill, then he's not gonna remember anything.
Age Live at the Heart Attack Grill,
Heart
Las
Attack
Vegas.
Grill.
Oh, what,
Die.
there?
2020. Oh, why
Wow.
not? Or we do the post show there. That'd be the rap party.
Post show updates.
Yeah,
Rap party,
well, the rap party. I meant the rap. I have post show in my head. It'll be the pre-show and the post show at Heart Attack Grill. Mm-hmm. That's us moaning on stage.
Yeah.
All right.
Our life's post show.
Bye, everyone.
Die.
Thank you.